Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Nguyen, for telling me. I was talking by myself. I forgot. I'm so sorry. Um, Jesus Christ. Um, I was testing some stuff on OBS before before I started the stream and everything. Sorry about that. Um, anyway, I was gonna say, as I was saying, I need to say everything I was saying again. Uh, uh, I wanted to read first some creepypastas that a new subscriber sent me called Cool Guy. And I searched also on AO3 SpongeBob fanfictions that are complete, solely for the fact that I don't want to read incomplete stuff. Alright. And also because the creepypastas that he sent me are pretty short, and I like my streams to be longer, usually, unless I'm feeling sick. And I'm not feeling sick. I even got some soda here with me for tonight, because I thought if I'm gonna read some shit, I was gonna do it with at least a beverage. So, I was saying that I made two new models, by the way. Models of the two people from the erotic novel that I'm writing. I decided to make models for those two because I thought it will be cool, and so far feedback from people has been very favorable. Really nice. People really like it. They think Juno is very cute and that Lawrence looks like what he is, a rapist. So you know what? I did a great job, and that was loud. And I'm glad that I took my time with them, even though I made both of them in a day. But I was full on making them, so I guess it's fine. I was gonna try out maybe using Juno for the stream, but she's not me, or she's not that expressive either. And I think it's more fun using the model I did for myself. I think I'll tease Juno a little bit when I finish my novel and read it on stream. I'll use Juno's model for that, because I think that'd be nice. I think people will have fun with that, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna read first the creepypastas that Cool Guy sent me, and I think that'd be nice. Huh? What? Watch out, watch out, watch out! His name is John Cena! Yo, he's here! Hi! Anyway, we're gonna read first the creepypasta that Cool Guy sent me. There are 3 of them, and I saved them in a tab here. And he sent me creepypastas from the subreddit creepypasta. This is one by Donaven 221, and it says, "I killed my wife, but she won't stop laughing." Okay. And it says, "Yeah, you read the title. It's been a rough couple of days, and I know it's going to keep getting worse until I'm dead and gone along with the woman I married. I'm sorry, God." No, this is not a SpongeBob creepypasta. It's just a random creepypasta. That's why the title it says creepypasta plus SpongeBob, because it's separate. Anyway, I have letters to mine and my wife's family. I'm just an overall pathetic piece of shit, it seems. I was ridiculed throughout our entire marriage. She laughed and bickered about my incompetence in bed and my entry-level job. She even popped off about my mother just to get under my skin. She was mean, even when she didn't mean to be, but I love her with all my heart. I love her cute little smile, the way her eyes glisten in the sun. I was just absolutely stupidly in love with her. Her beauty was unmatched, and thus made her insults meaningless to me. I could see through her malice and hate her as my stunning bride, my perfect angel and reason for being. For 10 years, I love her, even with her flaws. This is until last week, when she was going on about every problem she ever had with me. Her hair looks really fucking stupid today. I can't believe I'm still being seen in public with you because you look actually disgusting. What the fuck is this shit? She knew how to snicker in just the right tone to make me grind my teeth. I tried. I really tried to bite my tongue and let it go. I even remained silent when she pulled out the classic, I should have married someone who could actually give me children. Oh my god. Apparently my silence hadn't been what she was looking for in a relationship though, because in response to this, she started saying things that I never heard before. You're really not gonna fight back at all? She asked. I looked at her, confused. How do you mean, darling? I replied. See, there you go again. You really don't even have the fucking balls to defend yourself when your own wife is degrading you. You're a sad, pathetic little man, bro. Okay, your wife is calling you bro. Okay. What do you think, that I want some pussy who just lets me say what I want when I want? You're a fucking loser, Steven. I didn't want a divorce. I wasted too many years waiting for you to man up and treat me how I want to be treated. What the fuck am I reading? Yo, cool guy. If you're here, what the fuck did you send me? How she wants to be treated. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I mean, after 10 years of stomaching every hateful comment, every ear-piercing scream, here she was telling me she wants to leave me. Is that how I really feel? It's a little thing to ask. She scoffed and started rapping again. Rapping? Is that how I feel? How do you fucking feel, Steven? How do you feel knowing that I'm the one thing you've ever done right your entire loser fucking life? How do you feel knowing that now you don't even have that? Better yet, how do you feel knowing that I'm going to take half of the nothing that you own, you fucking bum? Well, I felt it was cold and numb. I couldn't even feel anger at all. I felt I was tugging in my gut, telling me to do something I should have done a long time ago. The fuck is this? Without thinking, I grabbed a tire iron from my backseat. Wait. They were in a car? And smashed my wife's face with it. Oh. I heard the sickening cracks of her skull splintering open as blood and bone pelted my passenger window. What the fuck is Steven? Why are they hugging this man? I wasn't even shocked at what I had done, but what I was shocked about was the fact that my wife was laughing. A golf ball-sized hole was oozing thick red blood out of her forehead, and she still just would not stop fucking laughing. I hit her again, this time right above her right ear. When I sunk the tire iron lodged a good 6 inches directly into my bride's brain, and I sat with my jaw dropped as the laughter amplified. You can't even kill me, right, you stupid son of a bitch? She cackled. I was horrified. I ran around to her side of the car and dragged her out. Though there was still words and laughter coming from her mouth, no life remained in her body, and dragging her up our porch into our house was incredibly tiresome. Uh-oh, somebody should have worked all that lard off when I told him to. Me wouldn't even be in this position if I actually had a strong husband. Please be quiet, I pleaded. I'm so sorry this happened. I'm dead and gone because of you, and you still can't be a man, you pathetic fucking bastard. Imagine a corpse making laughing at you. I dragged her to the garage and sprawled her out on the floor. This is the most you've touched me in years, big boy. She moaned. What got you so fuck. What's got you so riled up? Okay. I never used that phrase. God. Oh, there's the man I want. Disrespect me, daddy? What the fuck am I reading? Dude, cool guy. Where is fucking cool guy here? He sent me this shit from Reddit. What the fuck wrote this? Fuck my school hole, you pig? She laughed. I mean, what? I went to my workbench to get a hacksaw and then I got to work. With each limb I remove, a new defeating wave of horrendous laughter will fill the garage. Okay. I even tried sawing open her throat to destroy her vocal cords, but somehow she still continued with her obscenities. Oh my god, what the fuck is this? School hole. No, school hole. As a school from the head. Not a school. Jesus. I'm not reading this shit. Ugh, well, actually I should, because I mean someone sent it to me. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, like that, John Cena. Somehow she still continued with her obscenities. New slit for you not to touch, huh, Steven? This is the hardest I ever seen you work for me. Isn't that right, Steven? Jesus, they got it with fucking Steven. They got it down to nothing but a head and torso before the wild laughter finally subsided. However, it was soon replaced with the sounds of light snickering and giggling. I looked up and met eyes with my wife. It's still that do us apart, Steven. I don't think I'm ready to die just yet. Her words stung me and my eyes began to tear up a bit. I'm not dying before you. I'm not letting you have the satisfaction of knowing that you own something for once in your miserable life. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is going on? I've been sitting here for the past 4 days. The insults and laugh have fully subsided now, and what has replaced them is the rhythmic sing-songs around of my wife. Voice repeating do it over and over again. You know what? I'm going to. I feel right this is closure for those close to us, so you guys know the reason behind the state of me and my wife. I love you all. What's this shit? This is so stupid. This is fucking retarded. I would the only there's like only one comment seeing this mediocre, and someone replying, oh sorry, the OP, the one who wrote this, saying, I posted this here for comments like this, you make me strive for greatness. My guy, this is fucking slop. This is my opinion. There's people who probably like this, but I think this is just fucking stupid. It's just so stupid. It's absurd. It's really absurd. And I mean, it's funny. You know, if you want to make like a funny, like absurd thing, it is funny. But if the writer of this legitimately expects someone to be disturbed by it, I'm so sorry. Who the fuck is reading this? Anyway, there's another one sent to me by Cool Guy. He sent me 3. This is the second one. There's another creepypasta by CIA Herpes. That's the username. Alright? I'm not making it up. That's their username. CIA Herpes. Alright. Also, oh my god. The Leron is here. What? What is going on here? Huh? What happened? What? Sorry, I was checking something on my computer and I couldn't find the fanfiction. Sorry, the creepypasta. We're gonna read fanfiction after this, after these ones. Okay, so CIA Herpes wrote a creepypasta with the title being "An alien fungus has been spraying black semen across town. People exposed to it have started changing in horrific ways." Okay. I'm reading this, Joe Cena. Anyway, strange and seemingly isolated incidents had happened in the days leading up to the massacre. What? There's a massacre now? Okay. I live in a small farming community called Maith Son, where everyone knew everyone. My neighbor, Steuben. It's what it says, alright? Owned a sprawling dairy farm. I fucking love dairies! Dairy produce is my favorite. Anyway, he must have been at least 70, but he still looks 60. A vigorous and healthy hard worker with wide blue eyes and thick salt and pepper hair. His land rose up in the rolling hills. Steven, the cousin of Steven. His land rose up in the rolling hills and gently babbling creeks of the surrounding woodlands. Yes, it's actually very well written. What? At least the vocabulary is better than mine, I can say that. And I'm not like good. 3 days before, one of his cows had given birth. Steuben said the calf had been something from a nightmarish fever dream. It screamed and wailed constantly, gurgling in a sick, blood-choked voice, had no skin, but instead looked like it was flipped inside out. The gleaming veins and slick, wet muscle thrumming with adrenaline and primal agony. It looked like a bloody crying mess of pulsing organs. Jesus Christ. Steven had grabbed his hunting rifle and put the poor creature out of its misery, shooting it in the back of its deformed, slanted head. It had no eyelids, and he said the filmy cataract eyes had stared up accusingly at him as he killed it. Though I didn't witness it myself, a few of my neighbors and friends had talked about seeing a meteor shower over town the night before the deformed calf's birth. Bright blue streaks like lightning flashed across the night sky. I wouldn't know the significance of this until much later, until it was far too late to do any good. One of my neighbors, who was 9 months pregnant at the time, ended up giving birth to a baby boy a couple days after the incident with the calf. The father told me that the infant had only lived for a few hours in intensive care, and it had been such a horrific sight that the mother and father could barely stand to look at its twisted, alien features. The doctors had told her it was an extreme case of something called harlequin ichthyosis. Okay, I know what that is. I'm not stupid. Everyone knows what the fuck that is. I looked at pictures of what he described, seeing pictures of mutated, skinless infants with dark blood vessels like tumors running out their chest and bulging, clown-like eyes that gleam an infected red. Okay. It was around the same time that people began to notice the fish dying off in large numbers, their rotting bodies floating to the tops of ponds and streams all over the area. Fishermen said many of the lakes had become dead zones overnight, as if chemical weapons or high doses of radiation had contaminated them. Also, is this fucking Uzumaki? What's going on? The local and state government started putting up signs all over town, warning people not to swim or eat anything they caught from the local waterways until the Department of Environmental Protection could test it for toxic contaminants. All of the state parks in the area were closed down temporarily as well. No, this is not the SpongeBob stuff. This is the creepypasta that Mr. Cool Guy sent. I was gonna say your username. My wife Sophie and I had a joke about finding a cabin out in the woods to wait out for the rapture. In hindsight, that was probably far closer to the truth than either of us could have ever imagined. I woke early the next morning, seeing the first razor-sharp shards of a sunrise peeking through the window. It was Saturday, and I had the weekend off from work. I looked over, seeing my wife still sleeping soundly on the other side of the bed, purple light like fresh bruises streaming in from a cloudless blue sky. I didn't know why, but something felt wrong. It took me a few moments to realize what it was. Also, the narration is really good. What the fuck? But the title is just fucking insane about alien semen. I didn't hear a single sound outside. Our house was surrounded by woods and swamps, and normally the birds will be singing their little heads off by now. But it sounded as dead as in the aftermath of a nuclear war. Even the insects had gone quiet. Is it weird to everything to be silent? Because it is here. Where I live at night, there's no sound of anything. Legitimately. Hear that? Nothing. And my microphone is very sensitive. Every time something happens in my house, you can hear it, or outside, even a fucking car or anything. There's nothing where I live, so I thought this was normal. I wouldn't really mind. Anyway, I crept out of bed, trying not to wake Sophie. Ended up getting dressed and making coffee and a bagel. Feeling restless, I decided to go out for a drive around the block. I hopped in my truck and slowly pulled out onto the empty street. If what's every day's about to run out, I'll catch your stream again later. Oh, of course, Nguyen. Go rest. Don't worry about it. After a few minutes, I drove past the local park. It had a brightly colored playground looming high in the air, though this early in the morning it stood empty. A few joggers and random people walking their dogs lumbered through the foggy mist, circling around the paved trails of the park. A still pond coated with green scum stood at the center. I noticed how the eerie quiet extended out here as well. Besides the rumbling of my truck's engine and the distant barking of a dog, I might as well have been driving through a graveyard. Dude, that's just literally just here, dude. I was glancing out the driver's side window. I didn't see the young woman covered in blood slinking out onto the street until the last second. She dragged a broken leg behind her, the sharp points of bone poking out through her skin. Her head turned to look at me moments before I collided with her. She was completely naked, but that wasn't the strange thing. There was something wrong with her face. Long black tendrils like spidery legs jutted out of her mouth. Her nose and her ears. Oh. Her eyes looked like they had been removed or eaten away, and more skittering, jointed things oozed out of those. She was crying scarlet tears from her dark, empty sockets. Orange pus and clotted gore dripped down her chin from the open wounds, staining her lower body in rivulets of drying filth. I tried to slam on the brakes, but it was far too late. My front fender smashed into her waist. After that, everything seemed to happen very fast. What the fuck? What the fuck am I reading? Wasn't this about alien semen? Her body flew up with a shattering of glass, but the woman never screamed or made a sound. Her face remained as blank and slack as that of a puppet's. A spider webbing of cracks flew across the windshield as her body rolled over the truck, flying up over the top of it and crashing down on the road with a wet, bone-shattering sound. Holy shit! I cried, my tires fishtailing wildly with a squealing of rubber as I came to a stop. Heard people screaming in the nearby park now. I thought they had seen the accident, but I was too focused on the straight body of the woman to care. Hyperventilating, I climbed out of the truck, running over to her side. She jerked on the road like a dying hornet, her shattered limbs twisting with a grinding of broken bone. Her empty eye sockets stared blankly up at the vast blue sky, the spidery legs twitching faster. The right half of her chest appeared caved in, and she continuously coughed up frothy streams of bright red blood. I immediately pulled out my cell phone. With trembling fingers, I dialed 911, never looking away from the dying woman laying in front of me. "Hello," a woman's voice said. "Hello? I need help. I think I killed... This is a pre-recorded message. Emergency services are temporarily suspended in your local area due to a federally declared state of emergency. This is not a test. Please stay inside for the duration of the emergency. Assistance is on the way. Do not panic. Your government has everything under control. If you notice any unusual life forms in your local area, do not approach them. Do not try to kill them or harm them in any way. Give them as much distance as you can. If possible, try to seal all windows, doors, and cracks." What the fuck? "Your area is now a federally mandated quarantine zone. Until you can be safely evacuated, stay in your home and await rescue. Thank you for your cooperation in this difficult time." Okay, where's the alien semen? What? I screamed at the phone. There's someone dying here. I need an ambulance. In response, the message started to repeat. The cold, robotic female voice sounding as calm as if it were announcing a sale on produce at a grocery store. I ended the call, looking around hopefully for someone who might be able to help. It was only then I noticed the bloodshed spraying all around me. "What is that?" a female jogger cried, pointing at the sky. My eyes widened in confusion and horror as I tried to comprehend what I saw there. No one was looking at me or the woman I had run over. No one had even noticed in all of the chaos. A writhing, twisting black mass of thrumming flesh stretched over the forest, growing at a rapid rate over the tops of the trees. The mass was a few feet across, lumpy and wet. Is that the alien semen? It seemed to be passing fluid through its main body, like some enormous intestine uncoiling out of the world. What? It stretched upwards like something from Jack and the Beanstalk, growing and curving back down towards the tube-like masses. Every few feet along the fleshy worm-like mass, hollow protrusions as long as railroad spikes shot out. They reminded me of spider legs, jointed and covered with fine dark hairs. They skittered constantly as the central body continued growing. Even from the street, I could hear the wet, sucking sounds the legs made as they constantly flexed and relaxed, dripping black sludge like dirty oil from their glossy skins. Ah, Jesus, that sounds so fucking nasty. It's very well done. As more and more hollow tendons spiraled semen. As more and more hollow tendrils spiraled out of the eerie flesh, I saw the movements of the spidery tendrils were not random. They will spray thick, black fluid in the direction of anything that moved. A man and his dog at the far perimeter of the park were totally covered in the strange goo. No! He calmed on the man and the dog! It's just like Kira the Wolf. As they continued thrashing and fighting, the Trendles kept shooting more sludge at them. After a few seconds, it covered his face like a opaque mask. The man clawed at his eyes and mouth, trying to get it off. The dog gave high-pitched squeals of terror and pain as it rolled on the ground, its legs kicking randomly in the air. Its fur had become a soaking black mass of goo. I just remember something so fucked up. When I mentioned the Kiro the Wolf thing, I remember something else. I didn't see the stuff in it. I only watched the Metacore stream about it that doesn't show anything, but just the description of those things. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay, it's giving me like... Ugh. Jesus. It's giving me actual fucking like... it's like a actual disgusting... Oh fuck, my stomach, dude. Alright. You guys have no idea what I'm talking about, but on YouTube there's an archive of all the Metacore streams on furries. But specifically these ones. Not all furries are like that, but... And it's not giving me nausea. It's giving me like a... You know, something is so fucked up that you get like a... this sensation in your stomach that it's not nausea, but it's just like... Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know. It's just like a physical reaction. Albino Farms. Yeah, but don't go on Kiwi Farms for the Care of the Wolf thing. You're not gonna like that. It's actual fucking Sioux sadism and dead puppies and shit. And I didn't see it because I didn't know about it, right? Until 3 years ago that a friend told me, hey, you know Care the Wolf, right? I'm like, no. And he was like, well, check the Metacore stream. And he told me, do not check the Kiwi Farm stuff. Because, well, they archived the stuff. So, you know, they archived it and they actually got people arrested for that shit, which is good. They got the fucking suicidist arrested, which is great. Fuck them, honestly, but oh my god. Metacore describing, like, because some people did watch the videos and describe what the videos are. And just the description of the videos is enough for me to go like, oh my god. Jesus fucking Christ. You have no idea. You have no idea. And then I'm not gonna talk about it, but it's just so fucked up. It's making me, a person that's like writing a novel with like very violent shit, actually fucking like... I'm having a physical reaction from remembering just the description of it. I didn't even watch the fucking videos. I'm actually just like... The description of the video is enough for me to fucking like... Ugh, Jesus fuck. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it because it's another thing, but Jesus fucking Christ. I'm gonna drink some soda. Oh Jesus. Having a physical reaction from this shit. I'm having a mental image of it. I just remember the description because I was watching that stream again because I watched it like 2-3 years ago. Yeah. And Metacore was reading the description someone made for every video so people don't have to watch them. And this guy did. And he said, well, one of the videos, this happens. And even fucking Metacore is like, oh my god. And it's like, yeah, no fucking shit. Jesus Christ. I'm remembering some of it. Jeez, fuck. Some of it is on Twitter. The descriptions, I mean. For the videos is on Twitter. So people don't have to fucking watch them. But Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, I'm gonna try to finish this creepypasta. And I'll think about that. Because I was listening to it today while I was listening to it while I was playing some games. And while playing the games, I was like, what the fuck am I listening to? Because I remember like being shocked back then. But I didn't remember it, so I'm like, man, I wanna have some metacore in the background while I do my shit. There's this one about furries, and it's like 4 hours plus long, so I'm gonna have it in the background while I do my shit. And I was playing games and I was like, wait, what? It's one of those. But yeah, anyway, I'll keep reading the creepypasta by CIA Herpes. Anyway, throughout the air, I smelled a disgusting odor that I immediately recognized. It was the slightly sweet chlorine-like smell of semen. Semen smells like chlorine? And sweet? Okay. Guys in the chat, can you please tell me what your semen smells like? Is this true? Does it smell like a slightly sweet chlorine-like smell? Is that true? Guys in the chat, can you confirm that? Men in the chat who come, can you please confirm this? Does it actually smell like that? No? Okay, thanks. But so concentrated and pungent that I almost retched. As more and more of the black goo sprayed down at the screaming, ridden people, the smell intensified, so thick that I could taste it on the back of my throat. This man is tasting alien semen! As I stood staring, open-mouthed, he's pogging, watching the stragglers in the park get consumed and covered by this strange sight. Something grabbed my ankle. I jumped, yelling in panic. Okay, don't. I didn't ask for you guys to tell me what your cum smells like. I ask if it smells like the thing that is described in the creepypasta. Please do not tell everyone what your nut smells like. Jesus Christ. I jumped, yelling in panic. I looked down, seeing the twitching body of the woman I had hit changing before my very eyes. Her blue lips chattered, the burger shards of teeth biting deeply through her body lips, the thin, crooked legs skittering out of her mouth. Eyes, nose, and ear continued lengthening before my eyes. Okay, I keep burping. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have chosen something with effervescence as my beverage tonight, because I'm very burpy when I drink soda. I'm sorry about that. Ah, man. I'm sorry. But oh well, who cares? A couple heartbeats later, I saw what they were attached to. 5 of them ripped their way out of her jerking, dying body, looking like mutated alien spiders. They plopped wetly onto the pavement below. The sharp points of legs skittered and ripped through the seething woman's mutilated flesh, sending drops of blood flying in all directions. The alien spiders looked like some eldritch combination of an infant and a black widow. Each of them had a fat, round central mass, the same color as the woman's pale skin. The pink flesh was stretched as tight as a snare drum. It looked like mice were living inside the thick liquid of the creature's central bodies, pressing against the thin membrane with the fleeting impression of tiny legs and gnashing faces. No one's complaining about your burps. Thanks, Mr. Dark. Dozens of the jointed, skittering legs jutted out from their thundering flesh. Looking up at me, I saw big blue human eyes on their twisted faces. They were bloodshot, the pupils dilated and wild. The fleshy orbs had no nose, but each had a pair of human-like lips twisted up into a savage snarl beneath the massive eyes. Hundreds of thin, hollow needles emerged from their gnashing mouths. Instinctively, I backpedaled to the driver's door. Each of the spiders started wailing like a crying baby. Their mouths opening in the sound of shrieks, they turned towards me, their wild, insane eyes meeting mine. At that moment, I felt like I had been plunged into a nightmare. I had no time to think as they pushed themselves off the ground, flying high in the air with a sudden fury. Those very human mouths filled with too many sharp black needles flew straight at my face. I ducked at the last moment, hearing them smash into the side of the truck. There was a ringing of metal as they left deep dents in the body, each about the size of a baseball. Wait a minute. Okay, I felt like a hiccup coming up, but it didn't come up. I leapt inside, slamming the door behind me as more spidery creatures flew up, smacking hard into the glass. Their wild faces stayed stuck there for a long moment, staring in at me with a gnashing of teeth and an oozing of more black sludge. I started the truck as the air conditioner clicked on, blowing air from outside into the cab. The smell of thick semen wafted in, doing like ammonia. No, it's cloying. Why is C and L like a D? Cloying like ammonia. Jesus. I pulled a U-turn, burning out in my rush to get back home and check on Sophie. I need to get us out of this cursed town. As I passed by the park, I noticed that nothing moved now. The bright summer day started to go dark overhead. Looking up, I saw more and more black, worm-like masses growing over everything, partially blocking out the sun in their rapid growth. Like cancerous cells, the disparate life forms connected. Their spready legs scattering faster with renewed vigor. Hundreds more small spiders were crawling out of the park, but not all had human faces. One of them had a dog's eye and black lips, central mass furry and yellow like that of a golden retriever. Oh man. Nothing moved on the streets now except the spiders and the black worm-like masses stretching above our heads. I sped down the street, seeing pale faces peeking out of windows as my truck sped ahead. It continuously got sprayed with black sludge from above. It covered my windshield like some kind of hellish snow. Within a couple minutes, it was nearly impossible to see anything. When I tried to use the windshield wipers, hot dog windshield wipers, guys remember that? To clean it off, it just smudged and bubbled. Cursing, I tried to see through a smaller and smaller portion of the glass until I was forced to stop, only a few hundred feet away from my home. The sludge continued raining down on me, covering every single window until I was submerged into blackness. Is this venom? Venom! Oh, like that. It's venom! Coming on a dog! Okay, I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. I breathed hard in the sudden darkness, my heartbeat roaring in my ears. I had no idea what to do. I heard soft thoughts land against the other body, more mutated spiders throwing themselves at the only moving thing on this dead, apocalyptic street. I tried to inch forward slowly, like a blind man tried to drive. I was moving in the right direction overall, but at any moment I knew I would hit something. Moving along at a few miles an hour, I heard the crunch a few seconds later. I must have hit one of the cars parked along the side of the street. I looked through the truck for anything possibly useful in this situation. I wish I at least had a gun, but I had nothing here except an old rusted box cutter in the glove department. I didn't even have a mask or anything to put on over my face. I refused to wear masks for any reason, though I might have made an exception for this situation. I found a plastic bag covered in dirty streaks of grime underneath the seat. Grabbing the box cutter and the plastic bag, I prepared myself to get out and run. I know it was absolutely insane, but I had to get back home. I couldn't stay in this truck until I simply starved or dehydrated to death. If the US government was anywhere near as useful as fixing this situation as they were at anything else they tried to do, then I knew there will be no help. With the efficiency of government services, I figured they might get here sometime around next year and spend hundreds of billions of dollars doing so, after every single person in this town had already rotted down to skeletons. Okay, I inhaled deeply, putting the plastic bag over my head like some sort of cheap Halloween mask. I have 2 tiny holes for the eyes, hoping it will do some good. Grabbing the box cutter in one trembling hand, I flung open the door, running out onto the street. This is long for Reddit. Jesus. The black masses stretching overhead made it as dark as a solar eclipse outside. They covered the roofs of every home, wound their ways through trees and branches, and slung across creeks like organic bridges. The entire pulsating, massy flesh constantly shimmered and gurgled. I heard sounds of wet sliding above my head. I looked around frantically, seeing my house only 100 feet away. I sprinted as fast as I could, zigzagging wildly. Something liquidy and thick crashed directly next to me. A mass of sputtering black goo reeking of semen. The strange tendrils continued shooting wads of this alien material. I knew I couldn't make it to the house. Then I heard a cry from nearby. "Wait in here," someone cried, a weary old man's voice. I looked up, seeing my neighbor Steven standing in his open doorway only a dozen feet away. I leapt towards him, climbing up the steps on all fours and flinging myself through the door with every ounce of strength I possessed. I heard more wet, thudding sound as that strange alien goo continued covering the path behind me. I rolled through the door, falling forward and slamming my head into the wall. My vision turned black for a moment. I swam through the pain and confusion, hearing Steven slam and lock the door behind me. I ripped the plastic bag off my head, breathing hard and covered in sweat. My heart pounded in my chest, frantic as a cornered, panicked animal. I looked down, seeing the box cutter still clutched tightly in my hand. My knuckles white with tension, I slipped it in my pocket. Okay, who's DMing me? I have so many DMs. Stop! What? Oh, okay. It was just a nice DM. I'm stupid. Anyway. I slipped it in my pocket. Sophie, I cried, breathless. I need to get to Sophie. Steven came over slowly in his typical long-sleeve plaid shirt and blue jeans, looking out at me with his flat blue eyes. It's okay, Walt, he said calmly. Sophie's here. I looked up, surprised. What? Where? I asked, confused. Why is she here? When everything started, she said she got scared and saw you weren't home. She came here when the announcements began on the radio and TV. She's in the back room right now. He knelt down, extending a withered hand towards me. Come on up, I'll bring you to her. My heart soared with waves of bliss. I scrambled to my feet. Thank you so much, Steven! What is this fucking name? I cried in ecstasy, grateful that Sophie was alive and okay! He put out a hand, pointing down the hallway. She's in the room at the back, he said. Go see her. I nodded happily. Running forward, his slow, plodding footsteps followed behind me. The floorboards creaked ominously as he flung open the door. I saw Sophie there, naked and bound with strands with razor wire. Fresh streams of blood dribbled down her smooth, pale flesh. Her mouth was gagged, her eyes huge and wild. The back window was open, and I saw alien spiders slinking through. Some were a combination of human and spider, while others had dog, squirrel, cat, or raccoon features. Yet every single one gave the same ghastly aura of sickness. The smell of thick semen in the air. What am I reading? Sophie, I cried as one of them skittered up on her face. Black needles dripping drops of mutating sludge into her eyes and nose. She shook her head wildly from side to side, trying to clear it. Her panic muffled sobs filtered through the gag, ripping at my heart. I heard the cocking of a gun behind my head. That's what it looked like, 3 a.m. Okay. I heard the cocking of a gun behind my head. I turned slowly, seeing Steven standing there with an insane rictus grin splitting his whole face, aiming a .45 pistol at my forehead. Steven, what the fuck? I cried, my hand instinctively crawling nearer to my pocket with the box cutter. He smiled. Get into the room with that stupid bitch, he said, or I'll kill you both. Why are you doing this? I asked. I never did anything to you. He shrugged. She's like, yeah, I didn't give a shit. It's part of my job with the cleaners, he said simply. After the meteorite hit and started contaminating the local environment, the government asked me to experiment a bit in the locals if I could, measure the time it takes for the reaction to occur. That's not something that will happen. He pointed the cameras and other recorders located all around the room. Your wife will be the first scientific subject for the fungus. If you can control this, imagine how powerful a biological weapon it will be. It could take out a whole country in days. Okay, I'm sorry. This is like... Close my hand around the box cutter, ready to make my move. Okay, I'll go. I pleaded, nodding slowly. Just don't kill me. Steven smiled grimly as he leapt forward, yanking the box cutter out of my pocket and slicing upwards at his neck. The pistol went off instantly. I felt a burning pain in my left shoulder as the bullet exploded through the top of it. Blood instantly soaking my shirt, with a battle cry of pain and anger. I forced the blade into the side of his neck with all my strength, cut through his jugular vein easily, the skin separating a moment later. A waterfall of blood poured down his chest. Jesus, it's kind of hard for me to read this, because the Reddit letters are so tiny, and the formatting also. I looked back, seeing Sophie's face covered in black sludge. She was suffocating, her lips turning blue. Spiders crawled over every inch of her exposed flesh. When their strange alien eyes met mine, the ones closest jumped in my direction. I backpedaled, quickly, slamming the door shut. He just abandoned his wife? I heard them slam against its other surface with soft crashes. I took Steuben's, jeez, that's fucking name, searching his house meticulously for something that might help me survive. I felt sick about Sophie's death, but once she had become infected, I knew she was gone. The moment that black goo entered someone's body, it seemed they were beyond help. I tried to slow the bleeding from my shoulder, bandaging it as best as I could. I felt pieces of bone splinters rubbing in the wound as I tightened it, running my teeth against the pain. The bullet appeared to have gone through the top of my shoulder, missing the arteries but sharing the bone. I had to use my right hand for everything for a while. I felt a pain like battery acid shriek from the wound. Steuben's garage. Steuben's. I found a strange vehicle. It looked like a bulldozer, but it had cameras on the outside connected to a TV in the center console. There were special high-pressure water jets pointed at the cameras to clean them off. But as Steuben had known that what was coming, I had made plans to escape. I looked at the plates, seeing they were government plates. They said the vehicle was federal property. Steuben's story started to seem more and more true. Had he actually been a member of some secret government agency, experimenting on US citizens? MK Ultra shit. I played around with the bulldozer for a few minutes, finding out how to operate it and keep the cameras running. It took significantly longer with only one hand and with the many injuries and bruises covering my body, but I forced myself to ignore the pain. Once I knew how it worked, I turned it on, sealing the exterior. Feeling a combination of bliss at escaping and sickening horror at Sophie's fate, I crashed through the door of Steuben's garage. Emily the bulldozer down his driveway. The windows were instantly covered in black goo, but through the aid of the cameras I could still see. Making my way slowly forward, I left that den of horrors behind, driving through the dead streets of Maidstone towards freedom. That's it! I heard the comments is just semen, hehe, semen, hehehe. Can someone tell me what he said was shorter? Nice story, what? Did you really have to say semen? Yeah, CIA herpes, how dare you make a horror story about alien cum? Feeling a bitch with black goo, for real, for real. Cool guy is here. What is CIA herpes did? Okay, this guy actually makes horror stuff. Okay, this guy actually spams shit everywhere. CIA herpes keeps spamming. What? It's okay if the spirals were cum. Yeah. This guy just keeps spamming stories in every single horror subreddit. What the fuck? I'm looking. What? What is this? Okay, insane. Okay, cool guy, you sent me another one by the same guy, CIA herpes. It's long, I'm not reading this shit. I am the calm that is approaching. I'm not reading this. I'm not reading this, but I'm reading what I found on AO3. Wait a minute. Wait. Why in... Okay, it says... Wait, what... What? Okay, wait. I'm reading the description for this. This is the first one that showed up on AO3 when I searched for SpongeBob. It's made by Satanica 2, and the summary is: the Krusty Krab is Bikini Bottom's most beloved restaurant, but what happens when there's a Krabby Patty shortage and SpongeBob is left to his own devices to solve the issue? And it says that in relationships, I see Dan Howell and Phil Lester, which I don't know who the fuck they are, Sirius Black and Remus Lupin, which I know they're from Harry Potter, Sherlock Holmes and John Watson, Keith and Lens, I don't know what that is, Geto and Gojo from Jujutsu for some fucking reason, and in the fandom it only says SpongeBob though, so I don't know what the fuck anime guys are in here, and Harry Potter, Steve Harrington and Eddie Munson. Who are those? What the fuck were those? I'm not gonna read what the fuck it is. What the fuck? Wait, Hanahaki disease. Gojo and SpongeBob. I don't know. What the fuck is Hanahaki disease? What is that? Hanahaki disease. It's a fictional disease in which the victim coughs up flower petals. Stranger Things here? Why will you fucking... Yo, it's Rosef, Homa. Hello, we're gonna read the SpongeBob fanfiction that I found on AO3. It says, wait, what is this? Just a DM of someone sending a smile in DMs for me. Okay. Anyway, the tickling sensation in his throat snaps SpongeBob out of his thoughts and into the present. The smell of Krabby Patties overwhelms his senses as his eyes start to water from the crawling in his throat. SpongeBob can feel Squidward's concerned eyes on him as he leaves the grill around the side of the Krusty Krab. As soon as the door behind him closes, why is cum just randomly there? What do you mean cum is randomly there? Oh, Tovre. You mean Tovre? It's what we were reading before this one. Anyway, as soon as the door behind him closes, SpongeBob spits out the blood-covered petals in his mouth. Why is SpongeBob, like, coughing up fucking petals? He pants over the flowers for a few seconds, leaning against the dumpster. Why is that? Is it because of he's a sponge? No, that makes no sense. Sponge. See, sponges don't have flowers. Why does he have that disease? My favorite part of SpongeBob was when Squidward used the main expansion and kills Sakuna. Oh yeah, sure. SpongeBob wipes the sweat off his forehead with his arm as Squidward mops the floors in the restaurant. Is this SpongeBob? Okay. What a long day! I don't think we ever had so many customers before. How are you supposed to make a SpongeBob voice? How do you make a SpongeBob voice? I don't think I can do it. SpongeBob exclaims before breaking out into his signature laugh. I'm not gonna make the laugh. It's fucking 1:30 a.m. SpongeBob will be coughing up water as a stand-in for blood. That is true, Yirash. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Double impression. That's horrible. Squirtle looks over at him, flushes the darker shade of blue, and looks away as he mumbles an agreement. Are you a former voice actress? No. SpongeBob wonders what's up with him, but his thoughts of concern soon disappear when he sees the office door to the right of him open. SpongeBob's heart stutters in his spongy chest. The tickling in his throat resumes. Out flies Mr. Krabs, SpongeBob's confidante. His other half? Wait, Mr. Krabs is his husband? His soulmate? The very reason for the flowers growing in his lungs, but most importantly, his boss. SpongeBob, me boy, come into the office. I got something to discuss with you. Krabs calls out in his deep, booming voice. Damn, SpongeBob, yarg. You suck dick, yarg. Damn, shiver me fingers, yarg. SpongeBob shudders. Electric sparks running up his spine just from hearing his name cross Mr. Krabs' lips. What the fuck? SpongeBob glances back halfway at Squidward, who gives him a go-on look, bolstering him to make his way over to Mr. Krabs' smiling face. Krabs holds the door open for him and shuts it as he enters behind him. Immediately after the door shuts, Mr. Krabs' smile drops from his face as he makes his way over to SpongeBob almost frantically, sweat dripping from his crustaceous forehead. SpongeBob, me boy, we got an emergency! I cannot do fucking... Oh my god, Homer! What the fuck am I reading, Homer? Okay. SpongeBob feels confusion and slight panic overtake him. Emergency? Surely he can't know about. What emergency, Mr. Krabs? Everything is all fine and dandy over here. Nothing out of the ordinary or anything. I can't do it. That sounds so fucking retarded. Well, let's just imagine SpongeBob being like a goofy. Oh wait, he is already a goofy. Well, you know what? Never mind. He says, stifling a gag at the rising petals in his throat. When's the last time you checked the freezer, boy? I was doing my routine check for fallen pennies around the restaurant when I noticed we hadn't gotten our latest shipment of Krabby Patty meat. Action. I think it should be it's just explicit, but I didn't read all the tags because I didn't want to spoil myself. I did read that for some reason Gojo isn't this. SpongeBob visibly relaxes. Huh? What's the chat right now? SpongeBob visibly relaxes. Thank God it wasn't what he thought. But wait, this is worse. How could he let this happen? How could he be so wrapped up in his unrequited love for his boss? Oh, okay, I thought that they were together, but no, he just likes Mr. Krabs. That he missed the most vital ingredient of his beloved Krabby Patty. SpongeBob stutters out a broken sentence. Mr. Krabs holds up a hand to silence him. SpongeBob, me boy, the Krabs says darkly. You recall what happened when we ran out of lettuce? Boy! SpongeBob audibly gulps. The horror comes flooding back to him. Yeah, you see. You best figure out what to do about this, Mr. Krabs continues. I don't know if I should keep making voices. But you know what? I guess it's gonna be funny for you guys, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. SpongeBob nods hurriedly. Oh, of course, Mr. Krabs, sir. He forces out a laugh. It's something more anxious than he hoped for. I'll figure it out in no time. Don't you worry, I won't let you down. SpongeBob affirms with a more confident nod and color staining his cheeks. I'm just remembering Mid Canyon this entire time. What the fuck was Mid Canyon again? Mr. Krabs looks pleased with his statement, straightening out and walking back to his desk. He turns around as he reaches it and smirks back at SpongeBob, the yellow man's heart fluttering, and gives a nod towards the door, an incredulous look on his face. Embarrassment overtakes SpongeBob. SpongeBob! He hadn't realized he stayed, staring at his boss. Oh. Don't look it up. Okay. His cheeks flush a darker color, and the familiar churning in his stomach starts up again. SpongeBob scurries out of the room, contemplating shoving his head into the hot oil he cooks fries in. Oh man. Same. Wait a minute. Let me get something just for... because I know I'm probably gonna use it. What do you mean? Okay, I don't know what the fuck is Mid Canyon, but the name sounds familiar. I see it on YouTube. Oh, it's this guy. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about this animator. I don't really like most, if not 90% of animation channels, because they might look good to me, but it's just like the content in the video itself is just so nothing to me. It's like, okay, you know, like I don't feel anything, or I'm just like, okay, you know. It's just my opinion, though. This is my opinion. Alright. What was I gonna search again? Okay. Is this the... Okay. Alright, I got this for that. I'm probably gonna use this if it's okay. Let's keep reading. His eyes land on Squidward when he steps back into the restaurant, noticing it doesn't seem like the squid has moved an inch since he last saw him. Squidward must notice the confused look on SpongeBob's face as he squeaks and starts mopping the floors once again. SpongeBob is momentarily stunned at the noise that just escaped Squidward, shocked that his stern and cold co-worker could ever make such a sound. He blinks and shakes his head to snap out of it, his thoughts wandering back to the matter at hand, the Krabby Patty shortage. An anxious feeling brews in the pit of his stomach. He may have bitten off more than he can chew. How was he supposed to figure out what to do? He's nothing but a measly sponge. Okay. SpongeBob walks back into the kitchen and paces back and forth, brainstorming. He considers calling his best friend Patrick, but he recalls Patrick informing him that he'd be busy with Sandy for the next 3 to 5 years. Darn. That's one idea he can scratch off the list, he supposes. Wait. He'd be busy with Sandy for the next 3 to 5 years? What? What the... On what? Busy on what? Okay, I guess we... I guess we won't know. He doesn't know how long he paces for before Squidward peeks his head in, telling SpongeBob he's about to lock up. SpongeBob nods in acknowledgement, turning to pack up his things. Oh, they're closing, okay. He hears the door close and his co-worker pad away. As SpongeBob's thoughts return to his concern for Squidward from earlier, he hopes nothing serious is happening. SpongeBob tries to remember if Squidward had exhibited any strange behavior as of late. SpongeBob recalls dark blue cheeks, stuttering, tripping over tentacles, and... oh, he freezes. SpongeBob knows what's going on, and he knows what he's going to do too. Wait, Squidward! He calls out, flinging the kitchen door open and stopping the squid in his tracks. Yes, SpongeBob? I'm trying, says Squidward casually as he retracts his tentacle from the main entrance doorknob. Oh boy, SpongeBob thinks. Here goes nothing.
Oh, well, it's just... would you mind staying late and helping me clean the, grill? Kill me.
SpongeBob bats his eyelashes and tries to appear as seductively as he can, leaning against Squidward's desk boat and biting his bottom lip. Squidward seems to be stunned for a moment, before quickly recovering and plastering an annoying look on his face and huffing. Yeah, sure, whatever, SpongeBob. I better be paying overtime for this. He sighs out, although SpongeBob doesn't miss the color flushing his cheeks. Oh my god, this reminds me of a very shitty video of someone reading a... this was on YouTube before the creator privated it, but there's a re-upload. Wait a minute. Let me find it. Oh, you gotta get up in 5 hours. Man. Good night.
Bye-bye.
I think I found it. Here, this. Wait. Wait, I'm trying to find something. Wait, I'm trying to find something. Listen to this. Ah! Oh, fuck! Okay, that was a lot louder than I thought. I'm sorry. You guys understand if you don't know Spanish by saying, I'll put it in slowly. That's supposed to be Patrick, by the way. If you don't know what, if you don't know Spanish, this SpongeBob going like, I'm gonna fuck your ass. Yeah, about that one. That's the sound I wanted. It's Patrick saying, "I like your ass, Sandy." Because for some reason in Spanish I can do it very similar. Like, listen to this, right? Me gusta tu culo, arenita. It sounds exactly the same. Fucking Christ. Alright, I'm sorry. I had to do that. Now I stop. We're not gonna listen to that shit anymore. I just wanted to. I like your ass, Sandy. Anyway, let's keep reading. Although SpongeBob doesn't miss the color flushing his cheeks. Okay.
Thanks, sweetie. You're the best.
SpongeBob squeals, rushing over to Squidward and enveloping him in a tight squeeze. Also, hello. Oh my god, Dark Flare, hello. Just as SpongeBob was about to reach down and grab a handful of squid cheeks, the front door swung open, revealing famous YouTubers Dan and Phil? What the fuck? Oh hey, what time did you guys close? Phil inquired.
15 minutes ago,
the annoyed squid deadpanned. Okay, thanks, said Phil, closing the door and skipping away hand in hand with his lover. What the fuck?
Anyways, let's get to scrubbing those filthy grease traps.
SpongeBob said cheerily, grabbing a tentacle and dragging Squidward over to the kitchen. What the fuck was that? As they waltzed into the room, SpongeBob's head began racing, thoughts piling up on top of the other on how he can begin to achieve this devious scheme. Now, what the fuck was that? I knew Dan and Phil were a thing, but I never watched any of their stuff, even back then. He started to lay the flirting on thick, luring the squid into a false sense of security before he will then seduce him. Then at his mercy, SpongeBob will have all the meat his heart desires. And soon, the affection and gratitude he craves from his boss? SpongeBob's eyes flick over to Squidward, who's currently scrubbing the grill with concentration. A devilish grin takes over the Sponge's face, and he steps closer to the man beside him.
Hey, Squiddy.
SpongeBob starts. Squidward looks over in question. SpongeBob gazes into his eyes, trying to emulate the look he saw on his customers earlier that day. Remus Lupin is serious black? Oh. Okay.
You look like you're having some trouble there.
He continues.
Would you like some assistance?
SpongeBob ducks his head and looks up at Squidward through his lashes. Squidward's eyes widen, and his face flushes.
Oh, I mean, if you're offering, you know, whatever gets out of you faster.
Squidward adds, looking away. Jesus. Alright. SpongeBob grins and moves to stand behind him. He reaches around Squidward and grabs a hold of his hands, his side obstructed as he is 4 inches tall. Oh yeah, SpongeBob is tiny as... Wait. Wait, what? 4 inches tall is like... Wait. What? How tiny is SpongeBob? Wait. SpongeBob height. 4 inches. Oh, right, because they're underwater. So I guess the Red Bull didn't do shit. It's okay, Mr. Dark. You can always watch it later. So, oh, right, so it'll be maybe 4 feet? In outside of the water? Like, if he was a person? Right. Plankton's diminutive size at half an inch. Ah. Okay. Right. Okay. Anyway. He feels Squidward stiffen in front of him, but pays it no mind and starts scrubbing the grill with Squidward's hands. Why is he doing that? You could just use the scrubber. The squid lets out a choked noise. SpongeBob continues with the administrations as Squidward slowly relaxes. SpongeBob tamps down laughter. It's all going according to plan. SpongeBob rocks into Squidward. Him letting out another squeak. What does it mean exactly? It rocks into Squidward. What does that mean exactly? Like, I don't understand what it means. I'm not like native English speaker, so I don't know what it means. Rocks into. Does it mean that he pushed him? Me neither. Him letting out another squeak and stands on his tippy toes to whisper seductively into Squidward's ears. Oh god, I gotta read this with... Okay. I'll try, okay?
I wish you used me like that sponge you're holding.
Oh my god! He wants to be scrubbed. Squidward's jaw drops and he slowly turns his head towards SpongeBob. What? He says in his usual monotone.
What?
SpongeBob replies, feigning innocence. You're just... What? Squidward's face is a dark shade of blue. What the fuck? The only time a rocking action makes sense is when you're rocking a baby. I guess. SpongeBob smirks and looks at the aforementioned sponge in Squidward's hand.
Oh, look. You ruined all its holes. Let me grab a new one.
He turns around and walks to the supply closet, opening and bending over, revealing his spongy crack. Is anyone actually like into this? Please. It's a fucking sponge. Spongy crack. I'm going to this right now. No, shut the fuck up, cool guy. Oh god. He grabs a new sponge and turns around to Squidward, who has somehow flushed an even darker blue. Goonie fuck! We're going into SpongeBob tonight. Fucking Christ. SpongeBob saunters up to Squidward. What's saunters? Tearing open the plastic, the sponge resides in with its two front and only teeth. Okay, fucking... It's not a condom, alright? It's a fucking sponge. He stares into Squidward's eyes, grabbing the sponge and reaching towards one of his tentacles. He pauses before touching it, waiting for Squidward's consent. Once he gets a nod, he grabs it and pulls it towards a hole under his eye. I'm not reading this. What's your UPM? The fuck is UPM? Pure row. What does it mean? UPM. What does that mean exactly? Oh god, I gotta read this. So he... How fast you type? I have no fucking idea.
No shortage of meat here, huh, hot cock?
Hot cock? What is that? Is that an actual term, or is it like... Squirrel looks at him as if he were in a trance and gulps loudly. Live typing test. UPM test. 30 seconds. There you go. Loading. UPM is 85. UPM, you misread it. Oh. So, wait, what is UPM then? Not WPM. So 85 words per minute, I guess? I think it's the same a test when something is telling me what to write than writing myself fast. I think I'm pretty fast, but if I have to read what I have to write instead of just writing a bunch of words that I just think in the moment, I think I'd be faster. But it's whatever. I need to keep reading this shit. Oh no! Oh, okay. It's good that I'm at least doing it in SpongeBob's voice, so at least it's funny for you guys. But it's Jesus. All right.
Now, Squiddy, is my hole's turn to get ruined, or are you gonna make me beg?
Squidward's eyes drop, going half-lidded. His jaw going slack, all rational thoughts seemingly vanishing from his brain. He nods dumbly. At the permission, SpongeBob immediately shoves the tentacle in his hand into the hole below his eye socket. What the Sigma? What the Sigma? Oh my god. Dude. Okay. Squidward's knees buckle underneath him as they both groan in unison. What the skivity? Thanks, SpongeBob, you feel so good. Squidward moans wantonly. Wantonly? What is that? As he hesitantly rocks back and forth into him. SpongeBob whines encouragingly as he reaches for another tentacle, eager to have more of his holes filled. He's gonna be like this. He stuffs the second tentacle into the gaping wet cavern on the left side of his forehead. Being prepared for it doesn't make it any less overwhelming, as they both shriek in delight at the foreign sensation.
Oh yes, Squiddy, filling me up so good.
SpongeBob babbles half coherently, trying to gather his wits enough to proceed with the plan.
Come on, let's change positions. I need all of you in me.
The yellow man says. You're filling me up. As he rolls Squidward into his bag, gaining access to his many legs. In this new position, SpongeBob feels the squid's tentacles climbing up his body, caressing him and his suckers kissing at his skin. Still stuffed with Squidward's arm, SpongeBob maneuvers his way on top of him, straddling his chest. He leans down, suckling on his big fat nose. Squidward wails in ecstasy. He's just sucking his nose. Squidward initiates this time, slowly crawling his 4 other tentacles up SpongeBob's body, crawling around his curves and experimentally dipping the tips into the shorter man's many holes. Wasn't Dolores supposed to be Squidward? It's like a stepfather to SpongeBob. I guess it's more of a friend. I think it's more of a friend, but if you want to see it that way, yeah, sure. I mean, SpongeBob is an adult. That's the, he's an adult too. At least in the first seasons. Last time we talked, you sucked my nose. SpongeBob rocks back and forth even harder. Okay, I think rock back and forth. I think rock is. This person is using the word rock to like hump or something. Pulling off Squidward's thick nose with a wet smacking pop to haul at the teasing squid.
Please.
SpongeBob whimpers, and that's how it takes for the six-legged man to plunge the rest of his appendages fully inside the sponge's pliant body. You what? SpongeBob keens, body vibrating with excitement at the delicious sensation of being completely stuffed full. But he had to focus. Eye on the prize. This is merely a small stepping stone on his path to victory. Wait, what the? With all his might, turning out Squidward's deep grunts and squeaks, SpongeBob concentrates on squeezing his orifices as tight as possible. Squidward's moans get impossibly louder, overjoyed at his tentacles being constricted around his taut, spongy lover. SpongeBob continues bearing down on the squid, compressing his holes even further, as Squidward's noises just teeter on the edge of pain.
SpongeBob, you're so tight around me,
he grunts out, eyes squeezed shut in concentration.
You ain't seen nothing yet, Squiddy.
SpongeBob retorts, lips curling into a wicked smirk. Okay, what the fuck is going on? In one swift move, the sponge clenches with all his might, severing Squidward's 6 tentacles clean off. Okay, I gotta use this here, dude. I had that saved for when I had to use it. And I had to use it. What the fuck? I didn't think that he would get to fucking gore. Squirt a house in pain as SpongeBob grins wildly, panting over his torso. SpongeBob! Squidward breaks off into another scream.
What, Squiddy?
SpongeBob winks wider. Not to kink shame, but he groans in agony. Why will you do this? SpongeBob's grin fades into something softer as he leans in closer to Squidward's face. The Sponjuicy was too strong. His erect nose. Erect nose? Brushing the other man's. SpongeBob said its pants.
I will do anything for the love of my life. The fire of my loins, dig into my casual and my Eugene Harold crabs.
Squidward's face screws up in confusion, and he opens his mouth to ask a question as he presses his hand over his severed limbs. But SpongeBob interrupts him by grabbing his 4 testicles. His 4 testicles? Squidward has 4 testicles? The squid lets out a choked noise. What? SpongeBob ignores him and heaves Squidward up by his balls? He grabs Squidward's head and shoves it, spinning him around in the air. Squidward's ballsack twists around as SpongeBob continuously spins him, Squidward having passed out from the pain. The ballsack finally snaps off? Squidward's castrated and dismembered body flopping into the floor. Oh. SpongeBob stands up and lets out a glee-filled giggle. Once he starts laughing, he can't stop and breaks out into hysterical laughter. He feels a tickling in the back of his throat, and it reminds him of the task at hand. SpongeBob calms himself down and freshens himself up. What the fuck? The sponge steps over Squidward's twitching body and retrieves the tentacles that had fallen out of SpongeBob's holes during the testicle endeavor. Okay, what? He sets them on the counter and gets to work on preparing them. The sensations in his throat continue, but his heart pounds and the butterflies in his stomach can't seem to rest. He's too excited for Mr. Krabs to love him. After Squidward has been locked in the closet, the kitchen and SpongeBob's hands have been thoroughly disinfected and scrubbed. Oh, Jesus. SpongeBob hears the door to the restaurant open. His heart rate spikes up. He walks out to greet the only person that could be here this early, the love of his life, Mr. Krabs. "SpongeBob, me boy!" A shadow then seems to shout his boss's face. "I have seen you figure it out, yes?" He laughs.
Of course, Mr. Krabs. I said I won't let you down.
Mr. Krabs beams and pats SpongeBob on the head. "That's me boy!" The crab starts walking towards his office before turning back around and asking, "Do you know where Squidward might be?" I'm trying, okay? SpongeBob gulps and mumbles out some excuse of Squidward being sick. Oh my god. Too overjoyed at the praise to conjure up a coherent thought, as Mr. Krabs walks away. SpongeBob is struck with realization. "Wait!" he calls out, and Mr. Krabs turns around once again, raising his eyebrows in question. SpongeBob starts, not sure how to go about this.
I figure out what to do. Do I not reserve some sort of award?
He asked shyly. Realization takes over Mr. Krabs' face as he barks out a laugh. "Arg, shiver me timbers! Don't tell me you're one of them Yo! He's cut off by knocking on the door. They both turn towards the door to see Keith Cogain and Lance McLean. Who are those? Regulars at the Krusty Krab, staying outside with a line behind them. So I don't know who Keith Cogain and Lance McLean are, but I'm gonna do a British accent for them. What the hell are you going to open? Lance exclaims. SpongeBob glances back over at Mr. Krabs, the tickling in his throat stronger than ever before, and swallows in a feeble attempt to control it, and he unlocks the door for the customers. One of them. I know what you are. That's what Krabs told SpongeBob. He walks back into the kitchen somberly, ready to end it all, to the tune of Squidward's pain-filled groaning from the closet, before his eyes land on the meat he had prepared earlier. Confidence fills him. How could he ever doubt his plan? This was only phase 1. Mr. Krabs was sure to love him by the end. He has nothing to worry about. As customers trickle in, SpongeBob assumes Squidward's role as their only waiter, seeing as he's currently unfit to do so. He decides to take all the orders at once before dashing to the kitchen and preparing the Krabby Patties at imperceptible speeds. He really wishes he had a few extra limbs, he thinks, whilst brushing the sweat from his achy, used holes. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Once he's finished crafting the meals to perfection, he stacks the patties up high on a large tray and walks out of the kitchen, balancing them precariously in his shaky arms. Now in the dining area, being met with the anticipating stares of hungry customers, SpongeBob begins spinning around, expertly throwing the desired amount of patties to each table in a beautiful whirlwind. Wow! Once the tray is empty, huffing and puffing, The sponge pauses, lingering to see the reaction of his customers trying his new recipes. I missed the use hold. His eyes lock onto table 4, where Sherlock Holmes and John Watson are seated with 2 Krabby Patties. Okay. Hands intertwined underneath the table. Sherlock brings the patty to his lips and tentatively takes a bite. SpongeBob holds his spread, wanting to hear every chew he makes. Seconds seems to be hours as SpongeBob waits agonizingly for any type of indicator to what he's feeling. Sherlock stops chewing. His eyes widen. Oh no, SpongeBob thinks. I'm in deep shit now. He feels the dreadful tickle return in his throat. Finally, the detective swallows, then going slack jaw, staring at the abyss as his pupils dilate to a concerning degree. Fuck. Is Squidward even safe to eat? SpongeBob may start hyperventilating. He doesn't want Mr. Krabs to get sued or something. He'll never have a chance at love if that happens. Bringing SpongeBob out of his thoughts, Sherlock suddenly snaps, inhaling a sharp breath before grabbing his lover's patty and jamming it in his mouth. He chews at a neck-break pace before gulping it down and beginning to laugh manically. Hey, that was... John begins to say, but is quickly shut up when Sherlock swallows him whole as well? Oh. What the fuck? John begins to say, but is quickly shut up when Sherlock swallows him whole as well. I missed the boar. I mean, sure. Licking his lips, the detective leaps up into the table, scanning the restaurant for more of his delectable sustenance. He spots Draco Malfoy seated with his lover Harry Potter. Holding a Krabby Patty as it makes its way into his mouth. Oh my god, it's Kalimba! Hi, hello! Anyway, Sherlock snarls and rips his shirt off before hurling over to him. He snatches the patty from between Draco's fingers and crams it down his throat, sighing blissfully. The thrilled detective then looks up to everyone in the restaurant staring at him, mouth open with their patties halfway to it. The patrons quickly gobble their nourishment before the beast can steal it from them. Sherlock, however, roars in infuriation. All the customers then swallow, eager to get it down before it gets taken away. But suddenly their worried expressions fall from their faces as they don't the same glassy-eyed look Sherlock had worn before. Not bored, but feeding. Steve Harrington and Eddie Munson, in particular, look absolutely ravished. We're gonna need more meat. SpongeBob thinks formally. He needs some meat. Oh, what the fuck? Please. We're gonna need more meat. Oh god. SpongeBob gripped the window he was currently hanging into, his hands threatening to slip. He used all his upper body strength and heaved himself up into the windowsill, making sure to stay hidden. He peeked into the house he had just scaled, and watches as his next victim talks loudly to what SpongeBob presumes is their friends on the phone. The second phase of his plan has turned out to be slightly more strenuous than he expected, having to climb up to the window and all, but he doesn't mind. He'd do anything for his Mr. Krabs. Speaking of Krabs, SpongeBob ducks out of sight as Pearl looks towards the window. He waits for a few seconds before looking back in. He should just get this over and done with, SpongeBob supposes. He takes in a deep breath, adjusts the mask covering his face, and smashes the window and pulls himself up and through it. Pearl screams and backs up into the wall, throwing her phone at him. He falls to the ground, clutching his face. What the fuck is her phone made out of? I think it was wood, right? SpongeBob recovers and continues cornering her. He decides to make quick work of this, not wanting to dilly-dally any longer. Once he has collected a sufficient amount of meat, he jumps out of the window? What? You stole... Okay? SpongeBob had forgotten how far up they were, and slams into the pavement, immediately getting knocked out. He blearily blinks open his eyes and tries to pull his blanket closer. But he grabs into nothing, making a confused noise. SpongeBob fully opens his eyes, realizing he's not at home in his bed. The sun looks like it has just started rising and panic strikes through his body. The plan! How could he have been so stupid? He grabs the meat he retrieved the night before and sprints to the Krusty Krab. He noted that Mr. Krab's car was at home, so he had time to prepare. SpongeBob hurriedly starts grounding and shaping the meat, hoping the customers like whale as much as they like squid. He killed his fucking daughter? As he shapes the last patty, elation fills his veins. This next phase of his plan was just so exciting. Mr. Krabs was sure to be devastated at the gruesome murder of his daughter. He'll have no choice but to reach out for help, and who better than SpongeBob to give him that? This was bulletproof. He can't wait. SpongeBob watches in anticipation once again as Gojo Satoru... Gojo? From Jujutsu. Okay. Lips to Krabby Patty SpongeBob had to serve him to his mouth. His boyfriend Geto Suguru does the same. Okay, motherfucker. They're not boyfriends. And they never will be. As soon as Gojo's tongue hits the patty, he lets out a moan of delight and devours the thing whole. Okay? Geto does the same again and instantly stands up and orders 16 more. Man, they're eating those burgers. Are you sure about that? Yeah, I'm sure about that. They're friends. It's pretty obvious. SpongeBob grins in delight. Okay. Just as he's finished serving the 16 Krabby Patties to them, SpongeBob hears Mr. Krabs call his name. His throat clenches around the petals threading the rice. He scampers over to the office, freezing at the sight of Mr. Krabs, wailing with tears streaming down his face. SpongeBob, me boy! Mr. Krabs manages to choke out through his tears. My pearl! The friends share the same bike like that. Yes. He breaks off into full body sobs again. What, Mr. Krabs? She's what? SpongeBob asks with fake curiosity, but real concern for his one and only. She's gone! The crab cries. She's been murdered! Shiver me timbers! If only Sherlock hadn't gone insane, he could find who done this! SpongeBob hurries to Mr. Krabs' side and wraps his arms around him, letting his spongy body soak up the man's tears. There's comments. What? Manly screaming says, what? Then, no one random person says, I. Satanica 2. Oh my god, the profile picture of Satanica 2 is like a man showing his feet on a table. You should read my other fic. I can hear you whisper to my heart. I think you'll enjoy. XX. This person Satanica 2, they got a really weird profile picture. What is their profile? I joined on 2023. Okay. They got 5 works. One of them being the SpongeBob one. Feet on a table. No, that's a profile pic. Yeah, I. Then it's one of Keith and Lance. Voltron. I don't know what the fuck that is. And then she got other 3 of Stranger Things. Okay. Someone says, someone named I flew kill says, I need a cigarette. And Satanica says, cigarettes are harmful. Try a Krabby Patty instead. You know what? I'm gonna bookmark this. Save a bookmark. Wait. Add to collections. What? That's. No, wait. Where would I save this? Add to collections. Epic? There you go. That's the collection. Just epic with a question mark. Your tags and notes. Nah. Great. We can find the collection epic. Oh. Fuck. What are you supposed to, for the first time, bookmarks. Yeah. So, bookmarks, what? Are you supposed to, bookmark with actual tags? A collection? Collections. New collection. Collection name. Epic. With a question mark. Display title. What is this? References. Sorry? This collection is closed. What does that mean? No more sublimers can be added to it, set by the maintainers, owners, and moderators. This is a feature challenge. What the fuck is this? It's moderated. To the collection. Oh. Oh, so it's public. Can I save this? Can I just save this random ass SpongeBob thing? It's not complete, by the way. I searched for complete, but this one isn't complete. This person is like, yo, do you want next chapter? You liar! It's fine. Well, I guess I'll give it my kudos. Which is a like. Yeah, you got my like. Really nice. I like the part where Sherlock ate all of Watson. For next chapter, I want more SpongeBob dialogue, please. There you go. Comment. That's gonna be my first comment on the site as Bono-san. Bono-san. There you go. That's Yep. Alright, we left the comment on the fuck. Now there's one here I found. Oh my god, it's so long. Chainsaw Man is gone. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It wasn't my fault. Like, the actual publisher came out and said, what you're doing is bad. So, I guess I can't do shit. What? Man. Yeah, that's my reaction. I had it here. This one is kind of long, but it's Miss Puff and SpongeBob, something I never thought I'd fucking see. And this one is something that I didn't know you could do in AO3, but it says it's restricted. I didn't read any of the new chapters on my own because I'm waiting for it to have more chapters. I'm not a person that reads chapter after chapter the moment it comes out. I'm someone that reads it like every so few chapters, you know. So I didn't read it. They were saying there's a restricted option in AO3 that I just found out about it. And this specific fiction is restricted. What does that mean in AO3? I had to look it up. It's a tag that basically means that if you don't have an account, you're not gonna find this fanfiction. You have to make an account on AO3 to actually find this fanfiction. So it has to be something different, huh? It's called Taking a Bikini Bottom, Driving Me Wild, Book 1 by Rainy Mary B. They got no profile picture. Anything they posted was the Taking a Bikini Bottom thing. Okay, so they literally just made an account just to post SpongeBob. You know what? Very cool. Summary. SpongeBob has always been known for for failing his driver's test countless times, but when he goes back to class after hours, he finds Mrs. Puff still grading essays. They confront their suppressed feelings for each other, and SpongeBob gets a personal lesson from his teacher on how to please a woman. Read more to find out if he passes his test. Okay, Damnation Daniel Alien over here making SpongeBob fanfiction of Mrs. Puff teaching SpongeBob how to fuck a woman. I'm gonna change my my layout for this one, I guess. What is that summary? Can't ride a car, ride a woman. Wait, ride a woman? Do you mean as in like pegging? Oh my god, don't do that. Oh god. Anyway, don't do that. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. Yeehaw! Damn! Yeehaw! Riding a cowboy. Yeehaw! We got some of that Boot Hill action, you know. God damn, he looking juicy. I'm sorry. It's just that big strong guys are just like wow. Older guys are just like wow. I'm sorry. You should calm down already. Sorry, I'm just a little. I'm trying. Okay, I need to read this shit no matter what. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna start reading. Jesus. What the fuck? All right. These papers are so close to being graded to completion. I've been reading over my students' essays on what not to do at a stoplight. They seem to be really understanding everything we cover in this class, and I take pride in being their teacher. I pick up my favorite red pen and mark an A at the top corner of Billy's paper and place it on top of all the others. The last paper is SpongeBob. I barely look at any of his answers, as I already know from the thousands of essays I received from him over the years that he's got all the written answers right. It's the driving portion he completely fails at. He gets way too worked up on all this little square head about driving a real boat mobile. I wonder if he has any stressors outside of the classroom. I know he works at the Krusty Krab with the cranky cash register squid. I've honestly never cared to remember the name of. Maybe that gets to SpongeBob a bit. He stands in front of a steaming hot grill all day flipping patties. Oh, how I wish that was me he was flipping over to get me all hot and ready to eat. I feel a wetness coat my thighs. I squirm in my chair. It's just thinking of SpongeBob working, and that gets her. Ah, Jesus. No, I can't think like that. He's my student and he has to stay strictly professional. I put up a front like I can't stand him to listen to suspicion from all the other students. I wouldn't risk my stable job for a sponge. No matter how much I fantasize about him bending me over my desk. Yeah, I need to focus and finish grading his paper so I can go home and relax. As I mark the same A at the top of SpongeBob's paper, I make my way into the back closet of the classroom to round up my things to go home. I hear the door open as I'm walking back to my desk to drag the keys to my boatmobile. I peek around the corner and squint my eyes to see who will be here at this late in the night. None other than SpongeBob himself casually walks out to my desk, like this is totally normal.
Miss Puff, are you here? The door was unlocked and I saw your boat still parked outside.
He says, looking around nervously and finishing with something. How was Miss Puff? Oh, it's just you, SpongeBob. What do you want? You know, students are not allowed after school hours, especially since it's 10:30 at night. I think that was her voice, I think. Because I watched SpongeBob in Spanish. Not in English, so... I struggle holding the sternness in my voice. Seeing him all disheveled and covered in sweat has something in me going wild. Okay, he's a fucking sponge.
Miss Puff, can I ask you a question?
He completely ignores the hatred I just threw at him. How does one little sponge stay so optimistic? Because he's a silly little sponge. What is it, SpongeBob? Why are you here so late? I was just about to head home. I say. My voice definitely doesn't match the pulling in my stomach, and it hurts my heart to be this rude to him. Well, you see, I wasn't able to get any sleep because I was just so excited to see how I did on my essay, and I was hoping to see my grade. What did I get? He looked up with stars in his eyes and bursted with anticipation, doing a little happy dance. You walked all the way here just to ask about a test score? You complete this essay thousands of times, and you know you get the same A you always have. SpongeBob, what did you really come here for? Oh my god. Well, to tell you the truth, Miss Puff, I was actually hoping to catch you here before you left. Because I wanted to talk about something more personal. I knew it was inappropriate during school hours, so I waited until I knew for sure that everyone was gone. Oh my god, SpongeBob. He was now staring down at his black-heeled shoe and avoiding my eyes. He couldn't possibly feel the same way I do, can he? Go on with it, SpongeBob. I tried to sound uninterested, but the only person I'm fooling here is myself. What am I fucking reading? Alright, I just wanna get this over with. I wanna play games and go to bed. Tomorrow I have a fucking... Actually today, because it's almost 3 a.m. I have a birthday. I really this birthday I'm gonna be thinking about this fucking SpongeBob shit. Oh god. I look him up and down. Freaky Bob, hello! I look him up and down closely, taking in all the little details. His shirt is ruffled and untucked in the front. His red tie is loosened around his neck, hinting that he just got off of a long shift. He finally got the courage and asked, How long has it been since Mr. Puff died? I figure it must be lonely just sitting at home, and I wanted to know what you do. I mean, I have a Gary, and you know Patrick is right next to me on the other side of Squidward's house. So I usually hang out with them. What about you? He was starting to trail off as he realized he was rambling. I can clearly tell he's genuinely curious but a little embarrassed because a student shouldn't be asking his teacher such petulant things. Print a fanfiction and give it to them as their birthday gift. I'm not gonna fucking do that. Let the sponge in your brain stem forever. To answer the first question, it's been 7 years since he passed. I do think of him often, but I know he wants me to get back out into the sea and explore some different fish folk. The second part of your question is, I simply throw myself into my work so I don't feel as lonely. I let out a deep sigh, recognizing that I am indeed very lonely. You see, I stay here in the classroom late because I rarely see my empty classroom where it occupies students during the day, than my always empty house just staring back at me. Yes, even imagining the classroom full as I sit here is still more comforting than just listening to Perch Perkins rambling about petty crimes at Bargain Mart. I notice myself rambling too. Is there a tension here between us that he can feel just as well as I can? I straighten up in my chair a bit, and I feel my... I'm not gonna fucking say that. Pulse with the rhythm of my heart beating fast. It's starting to get hot in here. I wish I could hear what's going on inside his head. Who the fuck even made these? I don't know. It's someone that literally made an account on AO3 only to post SpongeBob porn on text. Thank God.
Oh, I see, he eventually mutters. Yes, well, was that all you wanted to know? Honestly, SpongeBob, you could have just called my cell phone. Oh, shell phone. If that was all. God, it's so hard keeping the tone of my voice straight. My mind is racing with all these different fantasies hitting me. Can you tell I'm turned on by us being here alone together? God. I could leave a note on the door for the nighttime janitor to just come back tomorrow night instead. All I'll have to do is lock it and then SpongeBob will be all mine. Oh my God. He has a weak poker face. And it could all be in my head, but he seems very conflicted. There's a mixture of confusion, shame, and nervousness in his expression. There's also a bit of hope in there too. What is he up to? Chapter 2, SpongeBob. Okay, this is SpongeBob's POV. Alright! People sometimes change the perspective of characters changing chapters. But I don't give a fuck about that. In my novel, I just change it in the middle of it because I didn't give a fuck. And who cares? It's fucking like an erotic novel. Who cares about that? It's fucking... You know, SpongeBob goes, how do I ask her all these questions without scaring her away? She clearly doesn't want me here. She's always so distant and a little cold towards me in class. It was clearly so silly of me to think I could just show up and talk to her late at night. Tomura goes like, me! Okay. I'm talking about the formatting. Who cares about the formatting if you can read it well? If you can understand it by reading it and the formatting is nice, readable, then I think it does matter. Especially since we are all alone. But I don't want my fish mates to get any ideas while class is in session. I know it could really get her in trouble and probably fire for good. Students and teachers can be anything more than that. But I at least want to hint at it. If she doesn't reciprocate, then there's not really any harm done, right? Miss Puff, what do you do when you get in the mood? You don't have your husband to help you. Since you said he's been gone for a long time, maybe you have come up with a solution.
SpongeBob wouldn't do that. My smut must be written professionally. Nah. I can't believe I just asked her that. My teacher. This is so inappropriate. And I'm sure she will tell me to leave and find another instructor to teach me to drive a boat. I'm panicking and tug at the collar of my shirt again. Man, it's getting hard in here. Oh, well, I do everything myself, as I will assume most single fish will do. She cleared her throat and looked down at her desk, like she's trying to find literally anything else to focus on. I took this opportunity to look at her. She looks so sexy in that fitted dress. It shapes her body so well. I just wish I was lucky enough to see what she's like underneath it all. SpongeBob, what the fuck? SpongeBob, horny on Maine. Oh. I'll be lying if I said kind of person can write this and post it on the internet. Well, this random ass person. Well, I mean, at least, you know what? At least it's just fun, you know? It's retarded, but it's not offensive. So you know what? Good on them. Oh my god, okay, let's keep reading. I will be lying if I said I don't watch her bend down to help students at their desks. Yo, they're writing SpongeBob like fucking Denji here. Her wide round ass is up in the air for the world to see. I feel the tension in my pants grow. Get a hold of yourself, SquarePants. Don't let her see you getting excited. I shuffle closer to the desk to hide the lower half of my body.
What do you do exactly? Obviously, no one a sponge such as myself will do in that situation. But what do you do as a woman? No, no, no. Guys, I'm gonna tell you now. Don't, like, ever ask anyone details on how they masturbate. Don't do that. Okay? I'm just saying, because I know that most of the people that watch me are socially inept like me. Okay? Honey? Yeah? Just remember, guys, don't ask these questions. I'm gonna ask everyone. Oh my god. Jeez. Okay. You know what? Well, all of you are adults anyway. Have a good day. Thanks, Tobre. I see her face get as red as the high heels on her fins. This has got to be some sort of dream. I wet one at that. If not, I'm going to tell Gary all about this when I get home. He's not going to believe this. Well, it's different, like you said. We have different parts, so there are naturally different methods. She looked up to the window in the classroom door like she was expecting someone. But I doubt someone will need help with an assignment this late. I want her to tell me more, maybe even show me more. Then she's letting on. Oh my god. SpongeBob me boy. What the fuck are you saying? Not today for me. Oh my god, guys, stop talking about fucking. Please. I want her to teach me. Oh my god, I just blurted out. Can you teach me how to please a woman, Miss Puff? Oh my Neptune! I cannot believe I actually had the courage to ask her that. Oh my god, okay. Dude. What the I feel so torn at this moment. I hope it's a dream, because if she reacts badly, then I won't be able to show my face around here again. But at the same time, I secretly hope this is real life, because she is so beautiful. I want her to help me learn as much as I can about this. I am indeed a sponge, so I'm ready to soak up this knowledge. Or anything else. Oh my god, SpongeBob is so fucking, like, what the fuck? She's wiggling so much in her chair that the wheels are rocking back and forth. What is she doing? Please. Oh god. Wait. Wait, I know what to do. Wait a minute. I'm gonna put an hour of silence, occasionally broken up by Dreamy Ball. Alright, I'm gonna read it. Okay. What is she doing? My cock is pulsing so hard. SpongeBob, what the fuck? Okay, wait. Is there a... I'm about to come. Can I? Okay. Does this actually work? Wait a minute, guys. I'm gonna do something. Alright, guys. I tested something and it's horrible. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, please.
Yeah, there was a gust coming. Sorry, guys. I was trying to find if I could make SpongeBob say, "My cook is pulsing so hard," but I don't think I want to do that. I don't want to take the. Fuck that. Anyway, Jesus, keep reading. What is she doing? My cock is pulsing so hard. And I suddenly grinded on the side of the desk, wishing it was her instead. What the fuck? I have this huge itch inside of me I never felt before. The desk will do for now. It's a nice hard surface to massage it against. So SpongeBob has a dick in this? So many thoughts suddenly burst into my brain all at once. I'm no longer present.
I'm about to blow. No.
I'm fully into a fantasy about her in the back of my boatmobile. What? I'm driving us to an empty parking lot, and I put my red tie on the rear view mirror and jump into the back seat with her. I fade. Yeah, it's actually the perfect timing. I fade back into reality. Snap back to reality.
I'm about to come.
Okay. And it occurs to me that I'm just not pressed against the desk anymore. I'm fully humping it. Full. Hard thrust into the side of it. My rock hard cock glides along the smooth surface. I'm afraid to look up at her. She's going to be repulsed. I just know it. No, it can't be. She's smiling at me, slightly biting her lower lip. It's dark in the classroom, but I can still make out her figure. Where's her fin? She's shaking out of control behind her desk. One leg is propped up on the top of the desk, where it's held dark. The further down I try to look, she's moaning. She's moaning softly, but I can tell she's trying hard to hold it back. Is this actually happening? I got to see it if I can get a closer look. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready to learn. I say as sexily as I can. I'm ready, I'm ready. I'll definitely have to work on talking dirty. Class is in session, she replied, breathing heavily. I'm ready, I'm ready. SpongeBob starts fucking going like that before fucking. Alright, very cool. Cool detail. Thank you, author. It's almost completely dark in here besides a nearby street light outside by the driving course. Oh yeah, chapter 3 Mrs. Puff, so he changes back to her.
I'm about to come.
What a rush this is! I wonder if he knows what I'm doing. Does he really not know about female masturbation? Is he playing innocent just to get in my pants? Either way, I don't care anymore. I'm willing to risk it all. Right here and right now, I am going to teach him all about how to please me. Oh no! You're such a great student on paper, but when you drive it, it all goes downhill. No pun intended. Why don't you grab a chair from the corner and park it right next to me, and I'll show you what to do. This is so exhilarated. I never thought about how I could teach him more than just boating, but also sex? Basado sexo! He basically ran to get the chair, and his full attention was on me. He's always been eager to learn. Okay, SpongeBob, pay close attention. I push my chair backwards away from my desk and stay seated. I instruct him to put his chair in between the desk and I. Facing me. He does just that.
I hike my dress up, I don't know what that means, and pull my underwear down to the top of my high heels and slide them off completely. I can't fully tell from the darkness, but I think and hope he's still hard. Okay, so SpongeBob comes around going like, hey, when did your husband die? Oh, 7 years ago. Anyway, how do you masturbate? Oh! And then she just goes fucking hard. Okay. Man. What the fuck? I lean back in my chair and scoot my ass down so he can get a better view. The streetlight is aimed right at my... Okay. His jaw dropped. Clearly, he's never seen it, but... before. Maybe he is telling the truth. This turns me on even more that I get to be the one to show him the ropes. This is so fucking weird, dude. SpongeBob is meant to be an adult. Why is he like a... Is it like a... Is it a... fuck, what's it called again? Is he a... Mormon or something? I grab his hands and place it on my other lips. Sorry, his hand. It's so warm and soft, he says, amazed. This is the... I can't listen to this anymore. Good night, chat. Good night. Bye-bye. I can't help but to be technical. I am a full-time teacher, so it comes naturally. Wow. Oh, wow. He glides his hand up and down, rubbing it gently.
I'm about to come.
I take his other hand. I'm not the one doing that. I take his other hand and spread my lips open. Wait, that was an... Oh, okay. There, hiking something up means to move and lift something up. Okay, thank you. There are 3 holes, but you only need to worry about one. Okay, I need to make Mrs. Puff. There are 3 holes, but you only need to worry about 1 or 2 if you're wanting to do some extra credit work. A shiver runs down my back in excitement. I have to remember that he's a virgin, so I don't want to throw too much at him too soon. He's a fucking Mormon or what? What the fuck is up with SpongeBob? This middle hole is the... Oh, fine. Let me see your first 2 fingers. Point them out straight. Okay, I can't. Now slide them carefully inside the hole. It will be wet tight down. No, SpongeBob, get out of there. SpongeBob, get down. SpongeBob, get down. I can no longer say good night. Now bad night and better dreams. His long fingers feel my insides, and I... His long fingers fill my insides, and I tighten around them involuntarily, and continue to guide him on how to finger me. Jesus. Slowly push all the way in, and then pull out just the same. Now keep that motion going back and forth, and gradually pick up speed. He definitely is erect. Yeah, no fucking shit! His fingers are inside a pussy. I'm pretty sure a guy into woman, if he had his fingers inside a woman's pussy, he will be hard. I'm pretty sure. His pants are no longer square as they usually are. Oh my god. He definitely is erect. I mean, yeah, no fucking shit. Oh my... I need soda. Oh, it's still cold. Real nice. Thank God for bottles. I really like SpongeBob, but I don't like him this way. I should have done this to myself. Like, SpongeBob is like my childhood, man. He like every time I look at him, I just, you know, it's like a instant smile. Cause he's really jolly. But this is why will you do this to him?
Fuck it. I'm gonna make a SpongeBob model. Fuck it. I'm gonna make a SpongeBob model. Okay, on V-Roid. Fuck it. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna make a female version too. Cause why not? Why the fuck not? The sponge bell? Sponge bell round pants. I don't know. Square tits. I'm sorry. His penis is pointing straight out in front of him. Oh my god. I reach my fin down to release his from its prison cell. Okay. As soon as I pull his underwear down, it flops out, staring straight at me. Oh! It's great length and has some girth to it. Damn, SpongeBob do be packing. I'm sorry. There are a few veins popping up. He's so incredibly sexy. I cannot imagine. What the fuck? Ten out of 10 burp, thanks. I lick the length of my fin and slowly light up and down on his length. He let out a huge moan. Agadilli has been holding it back for a while. This reminds me of a video I have on my computer. It's not a porn video. It's a meme actually. It was sent by my Oinop, also known as Fofo. And it's AI voice of SpongeBob quoting the video of, I think it's a Chilean fat guy going like, hello sweetie, I was thinking about you, about the things we're gonna go and do in bed, your little mouth, your little ass, and your pussy, and stuff like that, but with SpongeBob saying it instead, which makes it really funny. And this is the audio. It's in Pens no longer square. Fire. Oh my god. And this is the audio. I'm gonna play it now.
Oye, Maurice, pensando en ti, pensando en ti, pensando en tu vagina, en tu teta, en tu cune, en tu boquita, de las cosas que íbamos a hacer en la cama juntos. Que te venga cansado, sí. Oh, amor. Como que se estrella en la cama contigo y fallaste. O sea, te grita con mi pene.
And the original video is just a fat guy staring like straight up at the camera saying that. And let me try to find the original. I know I have it here too. Because I was like, oh, this is the original. Fuck. Let me find it, wait. That's the SpongeBob version of the video I'm talking about, but I'm trying to find the original. The original is so funny, actually. Holy shit. Like, what the fuck was he recording that? Oh man, I'm gonna think it was like on purpose and he was just joking. Because it's just so... Oh my god, wait a minute. I'm trying to find it, wait. Oh, here it is.
Oye, amor, Luis, pensando en ti, pensando en tu vagina, en tu teta, en tu culo, en tu boquita, y de las cosas que íbamos a hacer en la cama juntos. Qué terrible cansado, sí. Oh, amor. Oh, como que se estrella en la cama contigo y follarte, hacerte gritar con mi pene.
I cannot. Okay, let's keep reading this shit. He let out a huge moan. I can tell he has been holding it back for a while. I feel this Jesus throb in my fist. This can do some serious damage.
I'm about to come.
Okay, I better make sure he knows what to do with it before I let him roam free and get too confident. Wait, is Mrs. Puff saying that SpongeBob's dick is so big that he can hurt her? Jesus fuck. SpongeBob is packing real hard. Pants no longer square. They're bulk as fuck. His fingers are going fast inside my tight hole. I'm pressing up against my G-spot. They're both moaning in sync like a beautiful song. That reminds me, and then the audio. Yeah, I didn't play the audio. I'm playing a YouTube video of an hour of silence interrupted by I'm about to come. So, yeah. I instructed him to pull his fingers out as I released my grip on him. That was absolutely wonderful, SpongeBob. I want to show you another very important part that I have. It's pretty close to where you were at, but it's higher up. Do you see this little button right here? This is a... Okay, guys. You can rub your fingers across it and do circles. There's a lot of nerves in it, so this will help me climax. Please! I will hate in my life to teach someone something like that. Ever. I mean, God. Thank God I'm into older guys. I wouldn't have to tell them what to fucking do. They will already know it. I hope. Unless they're a fucking Mormon, I don't know. Or a Amish. I don't fucking know. I want him to know exactly what each thing is, where it's at, and how it works. SpongeBob is an adult. He catches on quickly and seems to be a natural at this. Yeah, because he's a fucking grown-ass man. At least in the lore. At least in the first seasons, I don't know. I'm so glad I stayed late to finish grading those essays. I'm even happier that he showed up curious and ambitious to learn. It feels wrong to read it. He starts to rub across my... as he tests it out. My very responds with a warm feeling in my stomach, and a long loud moan escapes him out. SpongeBob! It feels so right to moan his name. Guys, I want you to, next time you jerk off, if you ever do, moan SpongeBob. Basketball Hound says, I've been waiting for your Patrick. My Patrick? It's SpongeBob and Mrs. Puff. I didn't find one with SpongeBob and Patrick that's complete. At least not in the first page, and I wasn't gonna find. I wasn't gonna search more than that. Nothing is right in this world. I've been waiting for the day I could confess my feelings, and now that it's here and happening, I don't care what the repercussions are. I think I'm getting the hang of this. He shouts out excitedly. Clearly, he is naturally ambitious and a little too eager for his own good. Mike, Jesus, is becoming too sensitive, and I warn him to slow down a bit. What a good boy he is, so submissive. If you change the roles to Denji and Makima, it will go the same. But instead of Makima going like SpongeBob. Oh, I mean, it's a quote from the show. Oh, sorry, it's just that I watched SpongeBob in Spanish. Somehow with hard sponge is turning on an elderly fish. A puffer fish, by the way. Oh, Jesus. The pace slows to a nice consistent speed, and I can feel my scary side of the sponge. Please. We need, it's a good thing SpongeBob is ambidextrous. Oh, right, that's right. He's supposed to be an ambidextrous, right? Use your other hand to slide 2 fingers inside my... Again like before, but don't stop rubbing my... Jesus. I'm gonna change the scene real quick to this one, because I think it fits well to what I'm reading right now. I'm gonna move this real quick. Well, how we doing? Jesus. He does just as well with his new combination I assign him. And boy, does that really get me going. My gun? I'm just feeling a little shy. I'm not as rebel as last night to read these words. I'm a little embarrassed, I'm gonna be honest. And boys, does that really get me going. I try to keep my head on straight to keep teaching him everything he needs to know, but my body is preoccupied. I managed to mutter a bit of information. SpongeBob, if you keep this up, I'm going to climax. But that means, if you are doing such a great job, my body is going to reward me with an amazing feeling of ecstasy. I have to warn you though, it's going to get very, very wet. Okay, motherfucker, I'm tired of this fucking shit. Like, dude, you know, if okay, god damn it. Okay, this is an 18 plus stream anyway, so okay, I'm just gonna say it. So, when a woman, you know the fucking the squirt thing, that's on purpose, and I can tell you this as a woman myself. Okay, when a woman squirts on your fucking face, she did it on purpose. She wanted to pee on your face. Alright? It's very easy to just not do it. Like, you actually have to try to squirt if you do, you know, and then I don't understand. I don't understand why everyone thinks that we all do when we don't. Some do, some don't, most probably don't. You know, I just want to say that. I just want to say that squirt is piss. And I don't care what anyone says. I know it's fucking piss. Okay, guys, fucking know this already. It's not a fucking myth. Squirt is piss. Like it or not, it's piss. Okay? Because I've seen people around saying that, oh, it's not piss, it's something else. No, you stupid motherfucker. It's pee-pee, okay? I know this because I'm a woman and I don't like peeing myself, so I don't do that. I don't fucking squirt, okay? I don't. Guess what? Because I don't want to. And it's easy to just not do it, you know? It's just, don't do it. That's it. Don't do it. If a woman squirts on your face, she either did it by accident because maybe she wanted to go to the bathroom before and she didn't think about it in the moment, or she did it on purpose. I don't fucking squirt. Okay, don't quote. Okay, don't clip that. Don't clip that. Do not fucking clip that. But I swear to fucking God, I'm tired of this fucking weird, like, people are like, I don't know what the fuck. People think like everywhere that all of us squirt when we come. We don't. We don't, okay? We fucking don't. We can even do it, and you wouldn't even realize. We don't spasm like crazy. We can even do it like sitting in silence. You know, maybe like, you know, it's. I think it depends on the person, of course, but Jesus fucking Christ. Look, I'm a little autistic tonight. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. I forgot about the fucking thing. Jesus. But yeah, that's a great life advice. Alright? Okay? Jesus. And I don't understand the fucking, like, oh my god. I remember I read on, like, oh my god. There was a comment online on a random site. I remember the comment. I don't remember what it was about. And it was like, oh, you're a squirter? And I was reading like, what? You know, like, there's no such thing as a squirter, you know? It's just piss. And it's not nice, by the way. See, it smells like, it is pee-pee! You fucking... Where do you think squirts comes from? The pee hole! There are 2 holes, by the way, in a pussy, if you don't know. One where you put your dick in, and the other one where the pee come out. This is a fucking thing that for some reason I also see people not knowing. Like, well, people, men, not knowing. Like, do you not know this? At least, like, Jesus. Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ, I hate it. And then I wants to pee after coming. I'm pretty sure there's a chance to get pink eye, no? From someone peeing on your face? I guess. I don't know what the pink eye thing is exactly. But I will recommend not being into piss, you know? I didn't know that men want to pee after coming. I didn't know that. Fucking Christ. Thanks for telling me. I do that always. Okay, guys, fucking stop. It was meant to read. Okay, I started. I was the one who started it. Well, we're all adults here, so it's fine. But please, for the love of God, don't clip this. Don't clip this. Please. Oh, what the fuck? No problem. Thanks, Tover. I need to finish reading this. Okay, I'm just gonna. Oh, fuck. I was gonna read this. Sex education with. But no. It's just like basic stuff that for some reason I see people online, like grown ass fucking men not knowing this, and it's like, why the fuck do you not know this? Do you watch too much hentai or what? Like there are kids watching this. But they shouldn't. My fucking channel, all of it says it's 18 plus. Age restriction on all my fucking streams and videos. They should get the fuck out of here then. I fucking hate kids. Oh God. Fuck, I need to... Jeez, I need to finish reading this shit. Alright. I can't keep going like this. My body is slightly convulsing, and now I'm about to blow. I'm about to blow. He picks up speed ever so slightly with both hands, and the curl of his fingers are the tipping point I need it. I moan without a care in the world of who could hear me. Jesus. Squirt is spraying out the size of his fingers with every pull and push. Okay. Yeah, she's peeing on SpongeBob, bro. I'm about to blow. I told him I was gonna get wet. He's covered in my wetness, and it makes me want more. Then SpongeBob stops absorbing it. Imagine that. He's a sponge. I mean, this is the most intense orgasm I had since my husband died. Okay? Oh, Jesus Christ. My head is resting over the back of the chair, and I try to catch my breath as he pulls his hands back to himself. My wetness. 5. He has so much pre-cum dripping down and... Oh, fuck. Dripping out and down the length of his... Jeez, it's my turn now. Oh my God. Dude, this person actually, like... Did she come to her husband's death? Nice to hear, I guess. Yeah, Yurash. I don't fucking know. Who wrote this? Chapter 4, SpongeBob. Jesus, is aching with anticipation to feel more of her touch. Oh my God. Okay, I want to see my DMs. God. A friend came in saying, I tuned in for 10 seconds and you're describing female anatomy? And I'm like, no, wait, I'm not, God, this person is fucking sick. God, fucking Christ. I tell him, yo, I'm streaming. And then he comes in and he's like, yo, are you describing, like, squirting? Oh. Okay. Oh, God, okay, so now it's SpongeBob. Should I do SpongeBob's voice for the whole narration of his mind? Yeah. My cock is aching with anticipation to feel more of her touch. Miss Puff stood up from her chair, nearly pushed all her belongings to the other side of her desk. She pulled off her dress completely and now bounced her glorious breast. I'm not gonna read this. I'm not gonna read it like that. My dick is stiffed. Hey, it could be worse. Your channel isn't too popular. If your channel got popular, I'd kill myself. My dick is stiff and begging for attention from her. She's completely naked except for her high heels. Okay. I need, like... Oh, God.
fuck happened? Oh. Am I stupid? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's something weird going on here. Oh, there you go. Did something break in my software here? Yeah. Okay, there you go. Okay. Braxton Kelloach says, I finally made it to one of these live streams. Well, I'm glad, I guess, though this is fucking shit. I was checking that. I thought maybe something was breaking, but no. It was just a window that was invincible for some reason. Until I actually clicked on it. Oh, fucking Christ. Yeah. She walks closer to the edge of her desk and pulls out a piece of paper. What in the sea could she be doing with that? She grabbed a pen from the drawer and started writing something. Well, okay. She walks over to the door and tapes the paper to the outside window and locks the door with her key. She hurries back over to me and bends over the edge of her desk with her ass up in the air. Damn. No, SpongeBob, this is where things get very interesting for the both of us. I don't want to read this anymore, she said, winking at me. She reaches through her legs and grasps my dick gently and places it near her. I think she said the word was yeah, that sounds right. Oh, and it feels alright too. I rock my hips, grinding up against her. SpongeBob, me boy, what the fuck are you doing? Holy Neptune, does she look great from every angle. This is exactly what I think about doing to her when she bends over to help students a few desks in front of me. I feel her wetness running down me. What now? I mean, sorry. What now? I ask. Please, SpongeBob, no, don't do it. Don't fuck a pufferfish, you're gonna die from poison or something. I don't fucking know. Waiting for the next direction. Oh my god, I don't want to read this anymore. I don't want to read this anymore. I actually don't fucking want to read SpongeBob fucking Miss Puff. Can we do something else? Please. What's the next Chainsaw Man live stream? Dude, are you not aware of that? Like, it's not gonna happen anymore. Flash games. Okay, flash games of what? SpongeBob snacks? Fucking, the publisher actually came to strike my 2 streams. Towards me. So I can't read Chainsaw Man live anymore. And yeah, I'll do something else. I'm Jesus fucking Christ. Oh god. You're killing me. Jeez. I think my window was broken. Yeah, it is. Ugh. Well. I think, I don't want to read this anymore. What the fuck wrote this? There's 3 comments to this. Have you read Good Night Poon Poon? Yeah, I did. It's great. So the person who wrote this, Rainy Mary B, says, I hope you enjoyed the story. The second book in the series is called Hidden Pickle. It features SpongeBob and Bubble Bass? Keep an eye out for series updates and the release of book 2. Skillet Writer comments,
The smile on my face as I started chapter 1 and realized this wasn't some trolling crackfic. I've always enjoyed the idea of SpongeBob having a slight thing for Miss Puff, and I love how you wrote it as a late night encounter. You wrote Miss Puff and SpongeBob quite well. I love the chapters being in POVs, and thank you for writing a legitimate story. I'm so used to SpongeBob's mouth being made poorly on purpose or it being weird and uncanny. This was fun, hot, exciting, and in character. Can't wait to read more from you. Wonderful work, author. And Rainy Marie, the author, replies, "Oh, thank you so much for your kind comment and for taking the time to read my story. I really appreciate you." And you know what, guys? This might be fucking weird, but I'm gonna be honest. It's not offensive. Thank fucking God. At least from what we read, not offensive. Have you checked out Dan? You mean the Demons manga by the same author? Yeah. Pretty good. So, well, it seems that there's actually a fan of this author at the very least. Oh, fuck. I gotta edit my account on AO3 to change my bio, because it says I'm 22 years old. I'm 23 now that it's 24. What do you think about Dungeon Meshi? I think it's fucking retarded. How can I... my preferences, maybe? Manage my pseuds? The manga anime where the characters cook or something like that. The passion for reading their fic is commendable, at least. Yeah. The Demon's anime is siren right now. Yeah, no, I don't care about it. My friends are obsessed with Dungeon Meshi. Drop them. Drop them! Jesus! I'm joking. How did I, again, change my shit? Profile. Oh, edit my profile. Here it is. Tell you where to like it. Why would I like that shit? Update. I don't like pointless garbage. Alright. Fantasy anime, it's always the fucking same. It's either a really stupid comedy with no point, or it's just fucking pretentious. Jesus. Or both, which is even worse. Dan is written and illustrated by Yukinobu Tatsu. Oh, it's getting anime adaptation this year. Yo. Wait. Yo. That sounds really nice. I want to see that. It's getting anime adaptation this year. Hell yeah. The anime you're watching right now? None. I'm not watching anything. I'm like, you know, I used to watch anime a lot back then, but nowadays I rarely watch it because everything that comes out, it's such fucking shit. Like, it's good at the same time. Like, it's good that anime became mainstream and normie because now there's more like production quality, which is good. I forgot about the fucking 1 hour of I'm about to come. Oh my god, I need to stop that. And then but also the thing is now that everyone, like these new fans that are fucking retarded, hype up the stupidest fucking shit. And it's like, dude, this is not a big deal. Like, this is nothing new. What are you fucking on about? You know? And even the fucking people that have been watching anime for years still fall for this shit because they're fucking retarded. Yotsuba save us. Hell yeah, Yotsuba is actually really nice. One of the few like charming, wholesome stuff that is not fucking stupid, you know? Thank God. But all the anime that comes out is for like fucking retards. Jesus. People that can't fucking focus for like more than 2 seconds. Something stupid has to happen every fucking time. The characters need to say how they're feeling every fucking time. Dialogue is just like, it's there. You know, the music is so nothing. And no, I'm not talking about the openings. What about Berserk? Yeah, of course I like Berserk. What the fuck? Who doesn't like Berserk? Most anime I see seems like gay isekai bullshit. Oh, Jesus, cool guy. Hey, calm down. Well, yeah, you're right. Or just some medieval fantasy crap. Like uninspired, untalented slop. Okay? That doesn't say fucking shit, by the way. It's obvious, to me at least, that the authors don't know what the fuck they were doing. They just made a bunch of characters and said, I want to put them in a medieval fantasy. Okay, what do you want to portray with the story? What do you want to do with them? I don't know. And that's the fucking show. That's the fucking story. And people hype up that shit. And you know what? It's cool if they like it. It's okay if you want to watch your slop and be like, oh, well, it's one of those animes you can watch in the background while you do nothing. Yeah, well, whoop-de-doo. Good for fucking you. Okay? I want to watch something and focus on it, you know? That's what nerds used to do back then. I don't know if you guys remember. You know? These people call themselves nerds and they act like a fucking normie. They're not fucking nerds. They're fucking normies. This is one of those, oh, you gotta turn your brain off to enjoy this. Dude, you know the people who do that? Normies. Okay? Fuck off. Don't do that. They should feel bad and cry for having bad taste. That's right. Base as fuck. Yo, Duck Nate, welcome. I just started ranting about this after reading a SpongeBob porn. Do you realize, guys, what you're fucking making me do, right? Oh my fucking Christ. Like, I remember someone telling me, oh, Bochi is good when you turn your brain off. And I'm like, why would I fucking do that? The show is retarded. Even if I turn my brain off, I'm gonna feel like a fucking retard. Why the fuck would I do that? Like, I do not understand. Yeah, you do that to yourself, legitimately. I'm not gonna choose to live like a fucking, you know, turn off person. SpongeBob porn always gets me media literate. Look, I just want something good. It doesn't need to be perfect, by the way. I can like some flawed works, you know, as long as they're doing something interesting. I genuinely don't mind that. But when people fucking hype me up some fucking slop and tell me, yo, it's really good, you should watch it, and I'm like, oh, well, I mean, if you insist, sure, I will. I give it a try, you know? I always give things a try. And I always regret it. And I'm not one of those fucking people that go like, oh, old anime is the only good anime. No, it's not. There's some new anime that has been pretty good, but it's rare. Same thing with old anime too. Back then, it was also rare for good anime to come out. Like, it always happened. Always. It's just that nowadays, the things that get mostly popular are fucking slop because of all these fucking normies. And I'm tired of it. I mean, it's sad to see, but at the same time, you know what? If they're happy, then I'm happy. I'm not happy about the other stuff, but you know what? They're having fun with their gay little cartoons, you know? I wish they'd do a new Soul Eater anime. Such a good manga. Oh, I didn't read the Soul Eater manga, but I remember the anime back then. I remember I had mixed feelings about it. Like, there were things about it that I really liked, but then there were things about it that I thought were fucking stupid, and I was like, okay, you know? And I was like a teenager back then, so I was very harsh, I guess, all my life. The manga was much better. I have no idea. I don't know, I didn't read the manga. But I'd be inclined to check it out, though. I do remember one thing that I used to like when I was little, that I don't really like anymore that much. And it was this, the play changes a lot, check it out sometime. Yeah, sure, I will. Sure. I'm curious. But it was this anime, like, okay, so this anime about it was like horror. Oh yeah, Another, that one. When I was little, I thought it was interesting, but that's it. I liked mostly the gore, cause you know, I was like violence, you know, and you know, I was a little girl. I mean, normal. But then, when I watched it again a few years back, I was like, this is fucking stupid. And then I was like, whatever. I mean, the concept is interesting, but they don't really do anything interesting with it, really. They try, but it's not that good, honest to God. And it ends in such a cliffhanger, and it's like, okay, what's up with that? And they never address it. So who cares? The first anime I watched was High School of the Dead. Man, I feel sorry for you. I didn't even like it when I was little. It's fucking retarded. How is it 10 out of 10? That anime is fucking stupid. Jesus. When I was little, I even thought it was fucking stupid. No, I mean it. I mean, I remember the hype of that anime back then. And I tried watching it and I was like, this is fucking shit. And it was around the time where I was basically forced online to watch shit I didn't like, because every time I said, no, I don't know, it looks like fucking shit, people would tell me, oh well, you didn't watch it, you can't say that. And then I was like, okay, motherfucker piece of shit, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to fucking watch all of this fucking slop just to criticize it. And once I did that, people started hating me. Because when I said back then, I think this is fucking shit, and they will ask me, oh yeah, why is it shit? Then I will fucking deconstruct the whole fucking thing. And people will hate me. People will hate me. People fucking hated me back then. I mean, people still hate me, but you know. My first anime was Hellsing, but the OTV version, not the Ultimate, says Baskerville Hound. You know what's funny? I never watched Hellsing. Clay says it's probably the most ridiculous anime fan service slop ever. There's worse, but yeah. The first anime I remember watching is Bleach on Toonami, says Irash. Man. The first anime I watched, funny enough, was Pandora Hearts. And it was randomly online, and I was like, what is this shit? And then I forgot about it because it wasn't that big of a deal, and I was really young. Then the second anime I watched was Another. And I was like, yeah, that was fine. And that was it. And then the third anime I watched, which I actually liked, was Hyouka. It's a pretty relaxing anime with some mystery in it that makes it interesting, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not a masterpiece by any means, but it's a nice relaxing anime that you can pay attention to without feeling fucking retarded, unlike Bochi, that people fucking tell me to turn your brain off to enjoy it. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be a fucking medication to watch something, you know? If I have to, like, pretend to be stupid to watch something, then I don't think it's worth watching it, my guy. I think it's good when you can pay attention to something and still smile, you know, and still be like, this is really nice, you know? Lobotomy, yeah, anime. Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking lobotomy to enjoy an anime. Or anything, really, or a show, or a movie, or anything. I hate that argument. I think that argument is fucking stupid. I think that argument is just to say, hey, I know it's shit, but if you don't think about it, it's not that shit. And it's like, dude, if you like it, that's fine. You can say, oh well, I mean, I don't have the capacity to see this as shit. Then you know what? Good on you. You can enjoy it however you like, but I'm still gonna think it's shit. It's not gonna change my opinion on it. I thought Hellsing Ultimate covered the manga. Huh? I also seen a lot of animes, but when I was a kid, I didn't know what they were animes. I just think they were cartoons, you know? Oh, yeah, of course. But then, yeah, Hyouka is an anime that you can relax to when you watch it, and it's not, like, retarded, you know? It's not like, oh, here comes the slop, you know? And I was like, yo, I really like this anime thing. So I started watching anime back then. It was, like, 2011. I was, like, 10 years old. Yeah, Totoro is boring. Totoro is boring, I'm sorry. I have to say it. Totoro, at least to me, Totoro is very boring. There's nothing to it. I mean, I don't really give a shit about Totoro. Or most of the Ghibli movies, honestly, they're fucking boring. Now, you might say, oh, what about the meanings behind them? Some of them have very artistic value. Yeah, they do. They have artistic value, but I don't find them... I don't know, the pacing is all over the place to me sometimes. That's how I feel, though. If you like the Ghibli movies, that's totally fine. That's, like, normal, you know? It's just me being an ass, I guess. Do you have a favorite anime? I do, actually. I have an anime list account, and I put a 10 out of 10 on very, very few things. There's one that I gave a 10 out of 10 despite knowing it has flaws because of my personal opinion, of course. A personal bias. But only one of them. Every other that I gave a 10 out of 10, which are very few, I do mean it. Let me go to my profile and anime list real quick. Anime list, score. So, one of the best animes I ever seen in my fucking life, and I think it's just perfect, only has 4 episodes. And that's it. It's only 4 episodes. And it's an OVA. And it's the Samurai X Trust and Betrayal OVAs, which is basically before the anime. Something that they don't ever reveal in the anime either. It's just the past of the protagonist Kenshin that they never reveal in the anime. They just tell you, oh, he used to be, he used to kill people back then. Okay, that's it. That's all they tell you. They don't actually tell you what happened. But in these OVAs, they tell you what happened. And oh man, it's so beautiful. Like, it's a masterpiece, man. I mean it. I never thought I would say that because I was one of those people before I watched that, which was last year. I was one of those people like, oh no, I don't call anything a masterpiece. I mean, I haven't found anything that we'll call a masterpiece. But when I watched that, I was like, I get it now. I get it now. You know? And Samurai X Trust and Betrayal, specifically, like, oh my god, the animation, dude. The quality of the animation is just, it's just so beautiful. Like, oh my god. You know? Like, Jesus. It's so beautiful. Like, the music and like, oh my god, like the... Oh, Jesus. I just gotta say it. Those are the 4 best things I ever seen in my goddamn life. I'm gonna send a link in the chat. There you go. Watch that. Also, I implore you, if you're gonna watch this, do it at the highest quality possible. Please, I implore everyone in the chat, if you're gonna watch that, the Samurai X Trust and Betrayal OVAs, do it at the highest quality possible because it's a very old animation, and you know how streaming services love to fuck the bitrate on dark colors and, you know, dark shades and stuff. So I implore you, get the means to get it on the highest quality possible. For the love of God, I promise you, you're gonna love it. I promise you, okay? I promise you. Yeah, it's just 4. And it is the best thing I ever seen in my fucking life, alright? I promise you, it's gonna be like this. Wait a minute. No, you don't need to watch anything else before it. You can just watch that outright. Have you seen Reading with Shishi? No, I haven't. But it's like this.
Trust me, when you fire this game up, your little fucking nuts are gonna start quaking, buddy. Your little nuts are gonna be quaking. You're gonna shoot. You're gonna shoot. And that's a promise. That's a promise, folks. That's a fucking promise right there. You're gonna shoot fucking hot jizz all over your computer, all over your mechanical keyboard and your Razer mouse. I swear to God that you will bust a nut the first time you play. That's my money back guarantee. If you don't bust a nut the first time you play, message me.
Exactly, everyone. If you don't love those 4 OVAs once you watch them in the highest quality possible, call me, okay? Come at me and tell me, you lied to me, you fucking bitch. Fucking call at me and tell me, okay? I will face responsibility for it.
I'm gonna die on the hill that those OVAs are a fucking masterpiece, okay? And if you don't fucking love that shit once you finish it, come and kill me, okay? Come and fucking murder me. You have the right to do so, okay? I fucking promise. I promise. Okay? That's my fucking promise. What the fuck am I saying? But yeah, seriously, if you watch that, and you don't love it by the end, call me, bro. Fucking call me, okay? Call me out. Tell me you fucking lying sack of shit, okay? Tell me that. I implore all of you in the chat, do that if you watch that shit and you don't like it, okay? Anyway, another one that I gave a 10 out of 10 is one of my favorite movies of all time, Night on the Galactic Railroad, which is a movie of cute cats going on a train. It sounds like a silly movie, but it's actually very, very existential and very beautiful. It's another very old movie, but I love it. I have it on my computer on the highest quality possible for years now, because I don't know, I thought I could preserve it. That reminds me, I actually have Samurai X Trust and Betrayal on the highest quality possible too, on my computer. And also on a hard drive outside of my computer that I have to store very heavy files like movies and shows and stuff that I really like, or that are hard to find, like Shadow Star, for example, or the whole collection of Onegai My Melody, and also music. But anyway, and then the one that I gave a 10 out of 10 was the last season of Mob Psycho 100. Mob Psycho 100 has 3 seasons, the last one being like a perfect ending for it, in my opinion, of course. I think it's great. I was like extremely satisfied, and I was like, hey, you know what? This is great. Good job on that. Beginning and ending that doesn't disappoint people. Thank fucking God. But also, that's very, yes, very pleasantly, you know. Then the one that I said that I know has flaws, but I still gave it a 10 out of 10 because of my personal bias on it, is Hunter x Hunter 2011. Hunter x Hunter 2011 is long. It has a lot of stuff that is necessary, in my opinion. Like, you could just skip this, or you know, or maybe this could be better, you know. The presentation could be better in a few arcs, but I still gave it a 10 out of 10. Because, I don't know. I mean, I know why, but I'm not gonna say it. Personal bias, alright? I'm not gonna go on my reasoning for it. Then I gave Technolize a 9 out of 10, because it's hard anime to catch on at first, in my opinion. It was a little hard for me to catch on it. At first I was like, you know? But once you do, it's great. That's pretty much it. And, you know, I love how I gave Princess Tutu a 9 out of 10, but that anime is fucking sick. Fire, alright? Princess Tutu is actually fucking hard. Sounds like gay as shit, I know. But Princess Tutu is actually really good. Is it better than Yu Yu Hakusho? I don't know, I didn't watch Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I recommend Hunter x Hunter 2011. It's fun. The fights are actually very entertaining. It feels realistic in a way. As in, like, how will a fucking world where things like this exist kinda work? They do a good job with it, kinda. I guess. Still pretty fantasy, but it's not like medieval fantasy or magical fantasy. It's more of a modern, like, stuff. I like the world building in it, is what I'm trying to say. Jesus, I'm stupid. I like the characters a lot. People mostly watch it for the characters because they're crazy. Gon is a very interesting protagonist. He's one of my favorite protagonists. Also, Gon is he's a kid, but he's a believable kid, you know? It's like, oh, you know, and I can relate to him a lot. Even though I'm a 23-year-old woman, but I still relate to him a lot. I have a friend who was obsessed with Hunter x Hunter. It seems pretty good. Never gotten around to watching it though. Well, if you're bored, you can watch it. I recommend it. It's fun. There's only like 2 filler episodes, which are letters that Gon sends to his mom,
and you can skip those episodes, and you're gonna tell it's that because it just starts with Gun's letter, and that's it. And you're like, oh, this is just a summary. You can just skip this, and that's it. Then they never do it again because they know that why the fuck would you do this? Oh yeah, this is the entirety of Goodbye Despair Teacher. A very bizarre anime that has all the things I don't like in an anime, but it still does it right, and somehow I love it. One of those very weird cases where everything that I don't like in an anime actually works in this anime, and I like it. Very insane, isn't it? What else? Oh, yeah, Death Parade is one of my favorite animes. It's great. I love the message in it. I love the few messages in it. It's not like one of them. There's more than it seems, and I love one of the messages in there actually hit me hard. I was like, man, it do be like that. It was like, man, it do be like that. Then Ping Pong, the animation. Now, it sounds like a silly anime, I know, but it's sick as fuck. I love it. Now, I shouldn't talk about anime anymore. I should just, I already made a stream about anime before. So, it was long ago though, but I haven't changed my opinion, because I haven't watched much stuff. Have you watched or read JoJo's? Yeah, I did, of course. Ping Pong the animation is top 10 for me. Hell yeah, let's go. Have you watched or read JoJo? So, funny enough about JoJo is that I started watching it before part 4 was announced, Diamond is Unbreakable. And I was like in the middle of part 3, and I was like, yo, this is fucking awesome. And then my friends DM me excited, like, yo, oh my god, part 4 was announced, part 4. And I'm like, yo, and we were like excited for it. It was so good to see it. And I'm rewatching, these days I'm rewatching part 5. No, sorry. Mistaken. Part 6, Stone Ocean. Because I want to. I watched it only once, and I liked it. But I want to watch it again. I'm watching it with a friend, because he didn't watch it. And he was like, well, I don't want to watch it alone. And I'm like, well, I could do a rewatch. It would be nice, because I really like part 6. I don't care what people say about part 6. I actually really like it. It's fucking nuts. And I think that's good. The stands in part 6 are fucking weird. One of them, like, I don't know how, but there's one of them that I was in the middle of the episode and I was like, what the fuck? Imagine it's actually that, right? I said in my head, like, as a joke. And then they actually do that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, when a show or an anime or a game, like, part 7 is the best one from what I heard. Yeah. So I read the manga of part 7, the Steel Ball Run. I read until the fight with Ringo, and I was like, holy fuck, this is fucking awesome. And then I stopped. I stopped willingly because I said, okay, I'm gonna stop here because I know the anime is gonna come out, and I'm gonna wait for it. I decided to wait. I'm edging myself, okay? I'm edging on purpose because I know that once the anime is out, I'm gonna be extremely happy, okay? But anyway, as I was saying, when a game or anime or a show or anything really, I'm watching it or I'm interacting with the media on hand, and I think something as a joke, or I'm like, man, just do that. It will be so silly, haha. And then it actually does it, and then it actually happens, then that media is great. Which happened, funny enough, with the first episode of Jujutsu Kaisen, the first season. I was watching it because everyone was talking about it. Like, this was like when it came out. And I was like, thinking, yo, just fucking, what if you just eat them? What are they gonna do? Just fucking eat them, see what happens. I was thinking, I will eat that finger. Eat that finger, it's free food, right? And then Itadori actually does it. I was like, oh, fuck, okay. I mean, shit.
He actually did what I was thinking, which is like, you know, awesome. Because I usually don't think very rational things. I'm aware of that. I do introspection on myself. I judge myself, and I realize I'm not as you know, not as coherent with my thoughts. Persevering now soon to these horses, so I'm going to animate a bit. You know, they can just 3D the horses, right? They can just make 3D models of the horses. That will make it a lot easier for them. They could probably maybe shade it a little bit to make it blend better with the 2D animation. But yeah. Fucking Christ. Let me get comfortable. But what was I saying again? Oh yeah, you know Gyro from Steel Ball Run? He's hot as hell. That cowboy, yeehaw! Goddamn! He could spin on my ass any day. The power of the spin on my ass. Alright? I'm sorry about that. I shouldn't say that. I'm just like... It's gonna be 4 a.m. I haven't done my fucking Honkai dailies. Yeah, I play that shit, alright? Leave me alone. There's hot guys in it. I gotta fucking play it. Alright? And the game is fun. At least to me. Fuck it. I gotta save my fucking pulse for Argenti. Damn, he's hot. He's like usually not for like knights in shining armor, but Argenti is the exception because he's big and strong. And like... He's so wow. He's kind of insane though. What an insane character Argenti is. He just shows up to beat the shit out of you and then help you out of nowhere. In the simulated universe, he's like one of the best probabilities you can get. Insane character. But outside of that, man, I like older men. Good Christ, or just big guys. Any of those two is good. What the fuck am I saying? Jesus Christ. Anyway. Well, I'm gonna take this chance to scratch my shoulder. And now that it's 4 a.m., I better drop. I better leave. And next time I'm gonna try to do something else that isn't reading fanfiction, unless it's funny and absurd and not SpongeBob fucking Miss Puff. Please. So far the Sonic High School is the best one. Fucking shit was insane. But yeah, like help me. I think I hope the nightmares won't keep you up. Nah, don't worry about it. I extremely rarely have nightmares, so don't worry about it. And yeah, Jonesine, you should make another comic. They're awesome. We love them. Oh yeah, updates on the novel. Yeah, no more SpongeBob porn, please. Anyway, about the novel that I'm writing, I'll be writing it. I'm on it, okay? I just, like, yesterday I wanted to make those 2 models of Juno and Lawrence. Because they look great. Oh yeah, I should post them in the community tab, actually. Silly me, didn't think about that. Very silly of me. My bad, everyone. I was gonna post let me go to my channel real quick. Community image. Let me select from my computer. I almost select an image that isn't the one I want to select. No, you didn't miss the SpongeBob porn, please. Here it is, the fucktards. Here it is.
I'm happy with the results. There you go. I should add another image, at least of the model from close. He's a fucking weirdo. Sorry, I was talking about Lawrence. The character I made up. The rapist! Anyway. I'll post them. There you go! There. Now everyone can see the images however they want. On my YouTube channel. Yep. Have fun. Do a flip. I guess I will. Man. I was stretching out, sorry. Anyway, I'm tired. Jeez. I'll do my daily shit and then I'm probably gonna keep writing a little bit because I'm not as tired. Like, I don't want to go to bed yet. I want to do more stuff. I want to write. I want to get some things down. And, oh yeah. I think the novel I'm gonna work immediately after this one is the one with Jean and Ruby. Jean being the legitimate asshole. He's a misogynist, racist, xenophobic, fatphobic, and all of the things. And Ruby is an actual good person. So I think people are gonna love that guy just because of how fucking insanely evil he is. Oh god. Thank god he's not real. I hope. But yeah. I showed two friends some of the dialogue I planned on that guy, and they were like dude, what the fuck? And they laughed because it's like, it's so insane. Like I want it to be kind of like a comedy because of how fucking absurdly evil he is, and just, you know, how fucking insane everything is in that novel. But it fits the. I also wanted it because I think it fits the idea of a prestigious art academy for rich people. And I'm like, rich people are probably fucking ridiculous anyway. So, yeah. I just went fucking full on with it. So, yeah. Totally misogyny and isms. But, yeah. Anyway, I think a lot of people are gonna like Jean. Will this be released? Yeah. I'll read it live when I do. I'm gonna have to put a lot of warnings on my stream though, because it's very graphic. But it's fine. Thumbs ups. Shout out to Simple Flips. Anyway. I'll go now, everyone, and I'll be around. Yo, W! Well, I'm glad that you guys are looking up for that. Even though it's gonna be very violent and insane, but I guess you guys are gonna enjoy it in a different way, which is fine. You can enjoy it however you want. Do whatever you want with it. But I'll go for now because I want to do a lot of stuff before I go to bed. And yeah, I should rest because tomorrow, well, technically today, I have a birthday. So I'll see everyone around. So bye. Bye bye.